It looks like it's going to be Friedrich.
Yeah, they're going to signal an over a back call. Now they're going to call it on Swaggart, actually. Swaggart goes over the back, so
Schweiger will pick up the foul, her first, team third against the Falcons. You know, the whole premise of the motion offense is make as many easy passes as you have to. Right. And today they're trying to create some of the hard passes instead of taking your time. You know yourself, Todd, the more you move teams right and left, the more it's going to break down the defense in the long run, as we saw checking into the game there, McKenna Lennox.
Yeah, somebody's going to break down. But I tell you what, the Cougars are doing so well is bumping that bottom cutter, that flex cut cutter. They're using a UCLA cut to get into that flex cut. It's a creative offense. Again, we can talk about history of offense, but that's not what we're here. But they're bumping that cutter very well.
Not a particularly good shot there, and pulled down by Grace Day. Schweiger looking for a one-on-one move here, and I think she might have just lost that.
Yeah,
they're just not in a rhythm right here at all. They're trying. She's hit herself there. She said, "Come on, slow down."
You know, she's an emotional player. She feeds off that emotion. She's right here. Just get yourself under control. Get a defensive stop for your lowered offense. Harrisburg right now, they can be patient offensively. Look inside. They've got some bigs. They got a sub rotation in right now though.
Woodyard is going to get called for another player control foul, and it's one of those situations she's trying to make something happen. We saw that a lot in the last game, too. She missed a lot of shots kind of running to the basket instead of finalizing.
Yeah, and then she gets herself a little bit out of control. She's a great player, and that's the third charge that Swaggart's picked up. That's incredible. I mean, those are turnovers, not to mention they're fouls that get you quicker to the foul line. Turnover, foul, so it's more than just a turnover.
That's a great point, Todd. People don't think about fouls as turnovers. That's exactly what they are because you turn it back to the other team. You know, Harrisburg's three-quarter court pressure is just enough to bother Lower Dauphin and not let them get into that rhythm we talk about so often.
That's a good move right there.
Oh, Friedrich with a great big man move for a little gal, just couldn't finalize.
It's playing, I don't know if you feel this playing very similar to the Mid-Penn Championship game right now. I mean, Lower Dauphin struggling to find easy scores. They're still getting after it defensively.
Harrisburg making some impatient, tough passes as well. It's kind of keeping Lower Dauphin. Neither team has scored now for the last two possessions. Into the game for Lower Dauphin is Sophia Pandolino. She was one of the ones who helped to get that thing going in the second half last time.
Yeah, I thought she was a big spark off the bench.
Each team has 5 turnovers in this one. So turnovers have been the name of the game. Also back in there right now is Katie Weigel. Katie Weigel, only a freshman for Lower Dauphin. Of course, this time of the season, there's no freshman left now. Everybody's just a player.
Yeah. You're into your second season. Your seniors are into your freshman year of college, really, in terms of, you know, that thought process, if you think about it. Yeah, but a freshman has aged by March.
First points of the quarter as Paula Mallon hits a big three and closes the lead to 4. She's got 5 points.
Yeah, I could tell her eyes lit up when she came to the top of the key. Her favorite shot is the top of the key, and she let it fly. Lower Dauphin needed that.
Inside it goes. You're going to have a hack from behind. I think it's going to be in Schweiger again. That'll be her second. Schweiger got caught in a little bit of a mismatch down there.
That's exactly what happened. 4-point game here, 3:50. This is interesting to see. Can Lower Dauphin get the stop they want, and can Harrisburg stay under control? I mean, they've got to watch charges. They've picked up 4 charges, 4 charge calls. So what you start doing as a player is you start thinking about that when you go to the basket. It makes you attentive. Knowing a white jersey is going to be sitting there planted.
Woodyard back in there for Cowan now. Brianna McCullough throws it to the top. Good block out. Great block out by Mallon and got the rebound there.
They do that so well. Lower Dauphin so fundamental about getting your body squared on you and boxing you out, and that is a big key to the game.
Great pressure here from Destiny Shepard.
Yeah, she is getting after it.
Oh, Mallon's feeling it. She says, hey, I got it. I got it, coach. Here it is. 8 points now for Mallonin. It's closed it to 1.
A 1-point game. It's 17-16 now. And that you wonder when this is going to happen for the Lower Dauphin Falcons because they can shoot the ball very well.
There's somebody who can make the 3. McCullough can't hit this one, though. Good block out again, and it's a Lower Dauphin ball. So a 6-point unanswered run here.
That wasn't a bad shot out of McCullough. That's a shot that she hits all the time.
Now you're seeing Harrisburg start to bring it a little bit more in stages now, that man-to-man press that Dwan Lee likes to use.
And you call it token, but it's enough that it keeps a physical push on your point guard, Swaggart. And, and she has to do so much. She has to work so hard to get the ball over the half court. Look at the ball movement now.
You see, they got a little spring in their step here at the moment.
They'll keep it tight. I like they're keeping their man-to-man a little tighter. Their motion offense a little tighter now. Lower Dauphin is.
Another three outside. Boom, 3 in a row. And what's going on? It's raining right now for Lower Dauphin as Katie Weigel comes in. Her 8th 3 of the year.
You got to be cautious, as they say, of waking up a sleeping bear. And Lower Dauphin, in a couple games we've seen them, that sleeping bear is awoke and awake now.
Speaking of sleeping bears, right there's one that goes down the lane. Brannon comes along the baseline. She's got 8 points.
She's leading all scorers with 8 right now.
19-19 here in the first half. 2 minutes to go here until halftime.
This is kind of what we're expecting.
However, Jack Giambavo dealership's halftime report, Highmark halftime stats, Pizza Hut halftime stats, a special interview, Grace Grill and Corinne Donosky from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board. I mean, we're going to have it all going on. Woodyard, the only one in real foul trouble right now with 2, although Schweiger has 2 also. Hallinan, last 3 possessions have all been via the tray for Lower Dauphin.
That's something we really didn't see that they had that last game in that Mid-Penn Championship.
Strong move, weak shot at the end.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the best shots that's taken that offensive set.
Good cut by Lennox and a jump on the baseline, and McCullough with a beautiful little catch. Again in transition, she's got 5 points. Harrisburg back up by 2, 1:25 to go in the first half.
Beautiful shot by McCullough.
Mallon is looking for it. She's towing for that 3. You can see her looking every time. Good motion, coming back up. Inside it goes. They had Friedrich posting up on the smaller player, McCullough. Nice move.
It was a good thought. They're looking for mismatches, and they found what they thought is a good mismatch and foul over the back.
We'll see it in the replay here, but they isolated 2-man game on that time. Friedrich's not a giant by any means. Well, look at the mismatch here. Watch, everybody else clears out, and now you've got Friedrich will turn, and she'll just turn and reverse pivot and post up right there. Gets a foul from McCullough.
That's a good move.
And McCullough stepped in the lane early. She's going to get another one. One of the big differences here coming down the stretch, I think we're going to see Todd today, is 76% free throw shooting team is Lower Dauphin, 56% is Harrisburg.
Yeah. Being able to finish from that foul line is how you win a district championship, no doubt about it.
Almost always you make the person pay in the second one, and Friedrich does exactly that.
Yeah, she got a second chance at it. She knew it. To get another chance at it, you do make it count. Don't
give good free throw shooters a second chance at anything, right?
No, when you're over there on that bench as a coach, you just shake your head like, it's the small little mishaps that happen in games that make differences.
Friedrich, second one is up, and this one's not going to go. That's the first free throw missed so far in the game by Lower Dauphin, so Harrisburg leads by 1. And Woodyard looking to try to get things going. Here goes Brannon. Good defense inside as they were trying to work it into Jasmine Wright and 3 players around her.
And you know what's great is you see the white jerseys in the paint. They are camping in that paint. They're actually almost daring Harrisburg to take shots outside. Lower Dauphin's doing such a great job of staying in the paint. Boy, that's picture-perfect defense. Help side is there. But all those, the Cougars are doing the same thing.
Well, you're going to see a push here on Brannon. That's going to be your second. Brannon was going through the screen and just barreled through.
To Brennan's credit, she's literally saying, hey, I got to be able to move a little bit. She didn't think she was planted. She didn't think the Lower Dauphin defense was planted. Let's take a look at it.
Take a look and watch her barrel right there. Yeah, pretty good case for a foul that time.
It's a foul. It's a foul no matter where you look at it. From a coaching perspective, you try to beg everything. Come on, Sometimes it's just good to step away and go, good call.
Livy Friedrich with her 4th point of the game. She's 2 out of 3 from the line. Gets a chance to make it 3 out of 4 right here. And up and good. So Friedrich with 5 and Lower Dauphin up on top by 1.
Yeah, they're up 22-21.
30 seconds to go here. Don't forget our Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report coming up. Here's that drive again. Let it go. How about a little short step there? And Williams says, I got this, coach.
That right there, they didn't have a charge call. Could have probably gone either way. 23-22 Harrisburg.
She pulled up early that time and kind of ducked the charge. I think she knew it was coming.
That clock's running down.
7 seconds. Look out. They don't know where the clock is right now. You need a shot. Here's Malinen. Long three. Will not go. And that's it. 23-22 at the half. Harrisburg High leads it. Get ready for our Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report. Now stay tuned for a special interview coming up at halftime with Grace Grill and Corinne Donosky from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board. We'll be back after this.
Hey everybody, I'm at the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board talking with Corinne Donosky, who is the Director of Alcohol Education, and we are talking about know when, know how. Corinne, talk to me about the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board and its role in alcohol education.
The board promotes a no use and zero tolerance use for minors. Earlier than ever, children have started to consume alcoholic beverages. So by the age of 8, 1 in 3 children has tried alcohol, and that number jumps to 2 in 3 by the age of 12. So getting parents to understand the importance of starting conversations with their children earlier and earlier is important.
So the PLCB's new campaign is know when, know how. Talk to me a little bit about that message.
Our new campaign, it's a statewide campaign, it's called Know When, Know How, and we promote helpful tips for parents to begin starting conversations with their children. 80% of teens say that their parents influence their decisions with underage drinking. So it's important for parents to start conversations earlier than ever.
With that said about parents being involved, what are some things that parents can do to help educate their kids?
They can stay involved in their children's lives. They should know what their children are doing, where they're going, who they're going to be with, as well as their friends' parents. They should know the facts. If they visit our website, knowwhenknowhow.org, they can learn some helpful tips to start conversations with their children. Securing alcohol in their own homes. 7 out of 10 parents do not secure alcohol. So if they would secure it, then the children would have access to it.
For more information on how to start the conversation with your kids, go to knowwhenknowhow.org.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
Advanced Hoops features D1 training with former D1 players. D1 shooting instructor Charlie Fortney, who can transform a young shot with Division I training methods. D1 point guard and dribbling instruction by Gerald Jarman, former University of Richmond star. D1 speed and agility instruction by Alabama State's Archie Smith. And Fordham University 6'9" Duke McCamey provides D1 post instruction to players all over.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
For all those.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report. I'm Gary Sutton, alongside of me, Todd McCall, Grace Grill. Interesting first half here. In a lot of ways, it was similar to the game 3 weeks ago for the Mid-Penn Championship. In some ways, it's very different because Lower Dauphin has hung in there much closer here in this particular game at the halftime.
Well, one of the things I think they've done well is on the defensive end, they play such great defense. They've taken 4 charges. That has made a difference in here. But then they converted on the other end, Lower Dauphin has, by hitting the three-point shot. And I think that if you're Harrisburg, you're coming back in and saying, how do we start feeding the ball inside again, avoiding these charges?
Grace, you were traveling up and down the sidelines over there. What did you see in the first half?
Kind of like what Todd said, I think once Lower Dauphin gets going on the defensive end, they're pretty much untouchable. But one of the interesting things that I noticed was we talk about Amber Schweiger, how she's that floor general for Lower Dauphin. But on the other end for Harrisburg, Brandon leads that from down low.
Yeah.
She is that floor general from the down low position, and she's there talking to her team and getting them in this and say, hey, we need to get this.
Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here in the first half as we have our Highmark halftime highlights, our stats, and then our Pizza Hut highlights. And here are our Pizza Hut highlights right here. Todd, Grace, take us through the first half right here.
Well, one of the things at the start, I thought there was a lid on the offensive end for Lower Dauphin, but you see great ball movement. There's a nice cut. Grace Day in rhythm. That's something they got to continue to look at. I mean, I thought earlier they weren't in a rhythm that they're normally in, and then who gets hot? Malin, and when you heat her up from the top of the key, that's her favorite shot. Shooter gets a shot in rhythm. Look, we'll come back to it again. I feel it. If you know you feel it like that, that's when I say, hey, feed the hot woman the ball. And I like Amber Swagger. Look what she does. She finds the open. That was 3 in a row for Lower Dauphin.
Katie Weigel, the freshman, coming in there and hitting one. And then you had this great pass underneath from Woodyard down inside to Jasmine Wright.
And one of the things that is so difficult about playing at Giant Center is that you're not used to it. Usually when you shoot, there's a wall behind your hoop. So it takes a while to get used to those lights, to get used to playing on this bigger floor. And it's quiet in the stadium from the stands, but when you're trying to hear the coaches, you can't hear anything, and that makes it very difficult.
And now we take a look at our Highmark halftime stats. You look at free throws. Both teams shooting the free throw pretty well so far. 2 points. There's where the big difference is. You can see in the lane there and in transition for Harrisburg, 10 out of 22, 4 out of 11 for Lower Dauphin. And then the three-pointer, and that became a real factor here in the second quarter. 3 out of 9 now for Lower Dauphin after going 0 for in the first quarter. Harrisburg has yet to hit one. Turnovers pretty even thus far. Game pretty even thus far. 23-22. Harrisburg leads it here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance, too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be.
And I won't stop learning.
I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
(23-22), Harrisburg leads it right now, and we get ready to start the third quarter here. Todd, let's take you inside the 2 huddles here. I'm going to let you be the coach in there. Winford Dwan Lee, first of all. What's he saying to Harrisburg in his halftime talk.
The first thing he looked at his team
He's
said,
saying it's live.
He said, I like what you're doing. What I would probably say is 10 for 22, and that is because we are not making our layups. And he mentioned that. And so DeJuan's going to say, guys, if we got to finish if we want to come away with a goal.
On the other side, if you're Bob Heiser, you started to see that movement toward a little bit more rhythm, but what's he got to do?
He said, if he says anything, listen, let's continue to do what we're doing defensively. I think we're frustrating them. We're getting 5 people in the paint. But offensively, if we get 2 extra touches more down on this line at this end, it's resulted into the shots we wanted. So in other words, continue that patience. We don't have to give them the rock back. 2-3 more passes in our offense is what we need, motion speaking.
Your leading scorers here at the half, Brandon with 8 points. You had Callum with 2. You also had Anya Woodward with 6. Jasmine Wright with 2. And 6 points for Brianna McCullough. On the other side of things, you had Malinin with 8 points in the first half for Lower Dauphin. Grace Day with 5. Katie Weigel with 3. Livy Friedrich with 5. And also Amber Schweiger with 2. We got to get Amber Schweiger going a little bit the second half. I think if you're Bob Heiser, you're saying that. We start the third quarter. A little different defense here for Harrisburg.
They're going to go to that half court, 3-quarter kind of court, 1-2-2. And they it's going to cause frustration. That's what they want. Just something a little different.
There you saw the hesitation. Right away from Friedrich. So Harrisburg will have the basketball after the turnover. Woodward with the basketball and a 1-point lead here starting the third quarter. This for the girls District 3 5A championship.
That was a nice little change defensively by Coach Lee and the Harrisburg Cougar staff.
Boy, what a great change of pace there by Woodyard to set up that easy bucket.
You know what that did? It resulted in start on the defensive end. Here they go again with the press. Now it's 3-quarter court. And all Lower Dauphin has to do is rotate the ball. And
Grace Day answers. They rotated, got it to the baseline. Exactly right, Todd, and buried the easy 3, much like you started the game.
Don't panic against that zone. You got to fake a pass, make a pass, move the ball around. Don't try to put it on the floor against Harrisburg.
A little different defense here for Lower Dauphin. They're in a 1-2-2 zone.
Both teams copying each other a bit.
Everybody said we're going to come out with something a little different here in the second half.
You know what's great about that? That's a great thing. That might be something that wasn't seen on the scouting report. Just enough to throw another team off balance.
Back to middle comes, getting Friedrich. Friedrich kicks it back out. Schweiger wide open, gets the 3. Great balance that time. Friedrich back out to Schweiger.
Make an extra pass, break the zone down, and her eyes lit up. 12's eyes lit up on that play.
And she was able to do it right in rhythm, too, and back up on top now goes Lower Dauphin by 2.
Yeah, 27-25 Lower Dauphin.
5 for Schweiger in the game so far. Woodyard loves Brandon in that 2-man game. And now Woodyard got her hand in her first. Let's see if they call back court. Long look, McCullough. That's where you want to get her. Good job by Malinin blocking out on Brandon.
They've yet to hit one out there. McCullough gets another great shot, the shot that she usually shoots.
Grace Day with a good hot hand. Won't get it there, but there's Schweiger. Hard, back up, not going to go.
Look at the hustle.
Great job of tracking that down by McKenna Lennox. Schweiger.
Yeah, she walked.
Yeah, Friedrich doing a little too much of the two-step in there.
Yeah. But you know what, Gary? Here, look at the pace of the game's picked back up again. The energy's picking back up again. It starts when you're in the second half. It's beginning to be closing time. Limiting your turnovers is a big key any time you're playing the game of basketball, especially in the second half. It makes a difference in coming away with gold.
We've had 10 district championships decided. So far, we're down to 2. This being the big one right now. For girls, it's left. There's a hard drive to the basket, and the foul's going to be called against Lower Dauphin. And it's a big foul because I think it's Schweiger's 3rd.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, they struggle when Schweiger comes off the floor because then you've got to find somebody else to bring the ball up, and it forces one of these other girls that are not as comfortable in that role of doing it.
At the line is Leah Cowan. Cowan, a 55% shooter for the year, but makes it go there.
Isn't that one of the things when you have that one floor general? If that one floor general's off the floor, you've been there too, Gary, with teams. You don't have another point guard. You don't have somebody else comfortable with bringing the ball up. It's a struggle.
So Collins converts both. Gets it tied back up. 27-27. Very entertaining game here so far. Friedrich passes it up. Back out to Mallinen. It's going to be backcourt.
Mallon tried her best to just get her hand on it, slow that ball down, to see if one of her other Falcons could come up with it, but it's a turnover.
I've known Bob Heiser for a lot of years when he coached at You were Catholic as a freshman coach, later on at Middletown, and he's a great believer in motion offense, and he's been influenced a lot by Gary Markle, who's over there with him helping today and from behind. But Gary Markle coached You were Catholic 2 state championships. The beauty of the easy pass is what they look for, the easy pass, not the tough one.
That's exactly right.
Friedrich, quick shot, buries it. Wait, Friedrich pulled up that time, looked things over, and then buried it. Big tray for Friedrich. Timeout on the court, 30-27. Lower Dauphin leads it. We'll be back with more on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
You and your son share a passion for gaming. Take it as an opportunity to talk about underage drinking side by side.
Did you ever hear kids talk about trying alcohol?
Well, this one kid said that.
If you can save the universe from alien robots, you can figure out a way to defend your kid against the dangers of alcohol. Make it game over for underage drinking. Yes. Talk with your kids about alcohol. Learn more at knowwhenknowhow.org. A message from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Welcome back to the Giants Center here. Let's head to Grace Grill. She was over in Harrisburg's huddle as they are down by 3 right now. The biggest lead for Lower Dauphin in the game, Grace.
Yeah, Coach Dwan Lee not happy with the defensive effort from his team. He said we need to stay and push that transition defense. We need to help defensively too. And he goes, if we can get it up the court and get those easy buckets, we'll be good.
One of the scrappers in this game for Lower Dauphin, they all scrap as Harrisburg does too, is Friedrich. I mean, she seems to be everywhere right now, Todd.
She, when you look at her presence as a senior, she's very slim. She's not the strongest looking player, but she does little things. She's on the floor a lot. She makes hustle plays. Hustle plays win ball games, especially in a game like this.
What I like about her, she's not afraid to make a mistake hustling.
No.
By the way, 5 lead changes in this so far, 3 ties. And finally, Harrisburg answers down here on this end.
Yep. There was a quick layup, and that timeout was a good timeout because it allowed it. Harrisburg didn't want to get themselves behind any more than a couple points too, because Lower Dauphin can be very patient offensively.
Schwager finds Grace Day at her favorite spot, and Day can't hit it this time. Rebound goes to McCullough.
Grace Day's missed the last 2 shots there. She's spotting up about 10 foot away. It's one of her favorite shots from that baseline.
Harrisburg goes back to looking inside. Friedrich comes up with it again, but they're going to call her for double dribble, but a good hustle play.
Yeah, she tapped it twice with both hands there.
I think Dwan Lee's working the officials over there right now, saying, my people down inside are getting triple teamed and gang tackled.
Yeah.
He's working them hard over there for the moment.
Hey, physical's one thing. Extra physical is a foul. And to a certain extent, he's got it right. But I like the York County official crew. They kind of let him play a little bit.
They let him play. They really do. These guys are good, and it's pretty consistent both ways. That's what you like. That's always what you like, right?
Exactly. You won't complain much as a coach if you know it's going both ways. The team's physical.
A lot of people don't. The one thing you have to do as a player, you have to adapt to the style of the official, too, to start the game and understand how it's going to be called. And if they're consistent, that's all you ask for.
That's a heck of a point. That's just so true in the game. So are they going to let me play a little more physical? Am I going to be after hand check a little more than normal? Or?
Nice steal away that time by Brannon. Brannon cruising down, pulls up, lets it go. Brannon buries it. She is so smooth coming down the court, kind of looks things over, and she's the first one to double figures with 10 points.
That's a great shot for her. Lower Dauphin didn't quite get back. Score 31-30. Harrisburg takes the lead now.
Brandon back up, and her team back up by 1 point now. Schweiger wide open, and Schweiger answers on the other end, and Schweiger makes it 6 out of 12 now for threes for this team. Schweiger now with 8 points, and the Stars are coming to shine.
Difference in this ball game is Lower Dauphin's hitting the outside 19-9. They're hitting a 3-point shot.
Here's Woodyard looking things over in that pick and roll with Brannon. She likes to either drive off that or get it to Brannon. This time she drives and it answers the bell again with another deuce. She's got 10 points.
Just like that, we're back at a tie, 33-33.
Anya Woodward, so smooth there. Kept it all under control that time.
Schweigert looking to be patient.
This nice little flare screen that time. Here's Schweiger. Pulled down on the other side by Jasmine Wright. Off and running is Woodyard. Woodyard kicks it off. She's got Brandon underneath, and Brandon scores in transition. Brandon's got 12, but give 2 in your heart to Woodyard. Timeout on the floor. 35-33. Harrisburg leads it. Mallinen is down in the backcourt.
Yeah, we had like a collision. They had, so 2 Falcons are down on that break. So, 5 Harrisburg players got back in the break, so it was a 5-on-3 really. And it's just, I think we'll have to see what happens. I mean, we have to take a look at.
Mallinen looks like she's moving okay now. A little bit of pain in her right leg.
You don't want to lose either one of those 2.
No. And Mallinen, by the way, has yet to touch the ball here this half. She was hot the first half with 2 threes and a deuce. So you don't want, she's one of the big girls there, and also can light up, and also Schweiger. I mean, your 2 best players, admittedly. So Schweiger's going to go to the bench for a moment.
So they'll bring the sophomore on Pendolino for Lower Dauphin. She'll probably have to have the duties of bringing the ball up the floor. Now bringing the ball up the floor in a tight game against pretty good pressure.
And they give it to Friedrich. You say, who better?
Right. Relieve the pressure a bit. That's not bad at all.
With your best players out here, what you want to try to do is just pass and cut, try to get the layup.
Be patient. Don't do anything that you normally didn't do or asked to do.
Like that. Here's Brandon again. Brandon with another steal. And there's it up. Not going to go. Rebound underneath. Up. Will not go. But the foul on the play is against Lower Dauphin. No good, obviously. Cheyenne Collins, only a 44% free throw shooter. What's interesting, that's her first miss of the day. She made 2 to start the game.
Yeah, she's staying on that foul line. I always told the players, you miss that, just back off for a split second. Come back to the line and recalculate, is what I called it.
So you regroup here. Normally
regroup.
This one off the front of the iron as well, so 2 out of 4. 2-point lead here for the Cougars. 1:34 to go here in the third quarter.
That's 2 big misses right there.
Another steal by Brandon. It's about the 4th steal of the game by Brandon. Brandon up and smoothly to the basket.
You want to win gold? You want to win gold? Get in the passing lanes. That's what she does.
14 points here for Brandon. Timeout on the floor. 37-33. Harrisburg leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Welcome back to the Giants Center here with 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Harrisburg has stretched it back out to 4 points right here. And let's go to Grace Grill right now. She was over in the Lower Dauphin huddle. Grace?
Gary, Lower Dauphin is in that same spot they were in that Mid-Penn Championship, and right now is the time that they need to get back in this because they don't want it to come down to the wire like last time.
Here's Schweiger back on the floor now with 3 fouls. 1:10 to go here in the third. Big moment here, Todd.
It's a big possession for Lower Dauphin. Oh, backdoor cut.
Boy, they've caught Schweiger that time. Just a beautiful job right at the top of the key. It hit Schweiger in the back door for an easy deuce out of the timeout.
How do you win a layup there? You set your defense up the whole time, and Schweiger did that. Take her up high, and boom, back door. And the ball was delivered perfectly for a layup.
Schweiger with 10 points. Pass taken away by Mallinen. Mallinen going hard to the basket. Brandon's going to try to get with her. Mallinen up. Mallinen will go. And Mallinen comes back. She's got 10 points in the game, and will tie it back up 4 in a row out of the timeout for Lower Dauphin.
Just like that, 37-37. Mallinen praying that one rolled in. It took a weird roll Big play defensively. Getting in the passing lanes. That's what you want to do in the arena. Get easy baskets. Defense sets it up.
Woodyard has been living off that high screen every time and just changes pace. She's in for a 12th point now. Right back comes Harrisburg with a 2-point lead. 8 seconds to go. You got to look it over. I don't think they know what the time is. Friedrich is going to take the long one. It's going to be tipped by Brannon. And that's the end of the quarter. Third quarter ends 39-37. Harrisburg still leads it on High School Sports Live TV and ABC 27.
Today's Advanced Tips tip will feature Archie Smith, our speed and agility expert.
The block jumping drill is meant to develop the fast twitch jumping muscles in a young player's legs. This drill forces a player to jump constantly and should be fast-paced while clearing the block every time. Players will develop explosive jumping skills doing this, and it trains a player's body to jump quicker and have the endurance needed to jump in game situations.
The block jumping drill is one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be.
And I won't stop learning.
I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.net.
Having back pain? Get a free copy of our book, Back to Normal, at MADDENPT.com. Free book. Madden Physical Therapy. The results you want, the care you deserve. Check them out today. Well, this was the final score of the championship game 3 weeks ago in the Mid-Penn Championship. And Grace Grill, you were in there behind the Lower Dauphin huddle that time. What was going on?
When I walk over to the Harrisburg bench, listen, it feels like the entire Harrisburg community is coaching this team to a win right now. Everybody is giving their input, and Coach said, look, this is a time where we take this game.
We got a foul called on the floor here, and I believe it's on Brannon, but wait and see.
You talk about, Grace had mentioned the whole Harrisburg just behind their team trying to get it, and the camera just flashed for a second. Penn Stater Micah Parsons in the stands tonight also helping out today.
That was a third foul on Woodyard, and now Brannon picks up her third foul here very early in the fourth quarter, Todd.
Yeah, you know what? I'm at the point where, as a coach, at this point, it's 7:48. I'm like, hey, guys, play through it. You have 3. Be careful. But you just don't want Lower Dauphin to take advantage of having 2 of your best players off the floor. So let them play through it.
Harrisburg by 2. This was the final score of the Mid-Penn Championship game, 39-37. You still have a quarter to play here, but they're not scoring in droves exactly. In Malinin. But what a great job that time defensively by Cowan. Here's Woodyard going up, and Woodyard in for 2 more. Woodyard cruising it home again.
There was no rotation back.
14 points for Woodyard in this one.
There was no rotation back, so if you're playing point and you make a pass, you got to rotate back. If not, the offense has an easy layup, and that's what happened.
That 4-point lead again for Harrisburg. Back it comes to Malinin. Schweiger going to try to pull it up. Schweiger does pull it up, and Schweiger in.
Schweiger just turning on her game now, turning on her championship caliber senior type game.
12 points for Schweiger in this one. Back to 2 it goes. Harrisburg with the basketball, the lead by 2.
Yeah, 41-39.
Don't forget we'll have our giant post-game show coming up. Between games, I'll have an interview with Jack Giambalvo.
Harrisburg being a little more patient too now offensively, just trying to make sure that they get the shot they want.
Here's your drive. Good hard move to the basket. Brannon with the rebound. Brannon puts it back. Not going to go. Malinin. Who's it going to be off? It's going to be off Harrisburg, and Lower Dauphin with the basketball. Back in the game will come Grace Day now. And check it out will be Katie Weigel. These 2 teams might have started a brand new good Mid-Penn rivalry here.
I think so. I mean, this is really nice to watch. It's a good, hard-fought game. Physical, good defense.
I think what you're seeing now is you're seeing Lower Dauphin back into their style. They're making the extra passes. They're not forcing anything, although, just as I say that, Grace Day forced it to the middle. The ball's going to go off Harrisburg, out of bounds.
.5:58 to play. I'll tell you, the time, just because they play such good defense, the time just dwindles down so fast here.
At a 5:58 now here in the fourth quarter. This is where you want the game right now if you're lowered off and you like this 30, 40-point game.
Lowered off is still going back man-to-man motion, good motion offense. Now, they've had the floor unbalanced a few times. You're just trying to bounce it back out and do what they've been doing all game.
It's where your offense becomes your defense, too. There's Schweiger. Schweiger gets stuffed. Boy, Harrisburg's playing some great defense right here. Friedrich gets it back out. Schweiger with a pull-up. Schweiger not going to go off the front of the iron. Malin tracks it down. Now Friedrich has it. Now it's yanked away by Harrisburg and ahead. Harrisburg on the run. And it's going to be a foul all the way back in the backcourt.
A walk.
They're going to call her for a walk.
I'd have to look at it. I missed that walk. I was so quick. It was on the ground. The ball was loose. Harrisburg and Lower Dauphin was rolling for it. And Gary,
wow.
This would be a shot here to look at.
Take a look at this. Yeah, they must have called it when she slid on the floor, but she didn't slide very much.
No, called a walk call on a roll, maybe. Best way to.
Trying to post Schweiger up down there on McCullough right now.
Harrisburg with 13 total turnovers after that walk call.
The timeout, Coach Bob Heiser, he didn't like where that possession was going. 41-39, 5 even left in this one. It's the girls. District 3, 5A championship on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance.
The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Center, let's go to Grace Grill. She was in Lower Dauphin's huddle that time. Grace, what was Bob Heiser saying?
Yeah, Coach Bob Heiser told his team, he said, we need a sense of urgency. And then he went on, he said, what it comes down to is, do you guys want this or not?
I mean, that's a great comment. I mean, I don't know how many times as a coach I've said it. Listen, you got to want it more. And I think both teams really want it, to be honest with you. He's just trying to drive his team a little bit more, that's all. Bobby Heiser's a great guy. His team responds to that, as does DeJuan Lee's. They respond to coaches getting on them in these situations like this. Come on, guys, bear down.
A lot of motion. There's Friedrich. Friedrich with it up and under. Friedrich with two. Big bucket by Friedrich.
Hey, she's bailed Lower Dauphin out a couple times with just some good shots and great moves. Livy Friedrich coming up and stepping up here today in this championship game.
10 points for her in this one. That's 5 points over a normal average. There's Woodward looking for that pick and roll again. Now inside to Brandon. It goes Brandon over the double team. And you're going to get a foul called, I believe, against Grace Day. They had her blocked down there with a double team.
I was just going to say that foul call bails Brandon out on a bad shot. I thought Lower Dauphin defensively, they were both there ready to go. And there was a reach in. There's definitely a foul call, but it bailed her out.
Brandon at the line. She's got 12 points in this one. Her first miss today from the free throw line. Make that 14 in this one so far, forgive me. Brandon's second one is up, and this one is no good, and Malin pulls it down. So the tie remains with 4:19 to go. Malin is going to get it. Ahead it comes to Grace Day. Schweiger's got a one-on-one. Schweiger, hard to the basket, will not go. Rebound, taken down by Harrisburg. It looks like it's going to be fouled from the back. Woodyard's got it, and they're going to call a foul. That might be the fourth on Schweiger. We'll wait and see who calls it on.
Well, both refs looked at each other. That's why you're getting a little bit of the crowd. Okay, because one ref looked at another and goes, what's the call? And the backside refs calls it a timeout.
You're going to call a timeout for Harrisburg. We'll take one as well. It's 41-41, 4:05 to go in the girls' District 3 5A championship on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
4th through 12th grade that want to work on becoming a better basketball player, go to advancedhoops.com to see the very effective 3D training classes that give players 5-on-5, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, and intense skill training. Players have access to former D1 trainers to get specialty instruction. Shooting with Charlie, post play with Duke, point guard with Gerald, and crossover intensity with Archie Smith Jr. Register today at advancedhoops.com. And right away, Harrisburg comes out and gets the easy bucket for Brandon right off the break. Brandon now with 16 points in this one. A jump ball belongs to Harrisburg.
That layup, Brandon takes the lead at 43-41, and now they're going to get the ball back.
For 3:53 to go in this one. 6 ties, 7 lead changes in this game so far. That's the kind of game it has been.
It's warfare out there right now. That's what it is to win this goal, and that's where you want a game. You want every possession counts.
Harrisburg with the ball.
You know, you can be patient here for your Harrisburg. You can find the shot you want.
Woodyard finds Brandon. That's who you're going to have take you home, and Brandon's going to do it.
Why not? 18 points.
18 points now for Brandon. Again, it's a Woodyard-Brandon looking constantly that 2-person game.
Exactly. And I don't know that I'd go anywhere else right now. Confidence in these girls. These girls have stepped up. I mean, it's no secret that teams have won 22 and 24 games respectively.
Friedrich can't hit it. Rebound. Taken down there by Cowan.
Bobby Heiser didn't want that shot. He wanted it better when he wanted 5 foot away. You saw him just a little frustrated on the shot selection there.
You're Harrisburg now. You can spread it out a little bit. Now double team though by Lower Dauphin as Brandon gets it, and it's knocked away by Friedrich. Brandon picks it up. Brandon has it taken down again. Brandon stay with it though. 20 points for Brandon. Brandon going big-time champion in big-time game. A 6-point lead. All of a sudden, 6 unanswered by Harrisburg. Here in the girls' 5A championship game on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'm never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Mazzatti and Sullivan High School Sports Live is proud to partner with Mazzatti and Sullivan, a provider of substance use and mental health counseling services for teens and adults at 4 convenient locations across central Pennsylvania since 1983. Visit them at MazzattiandSullivan.com or call 1-800-809-2925. Mazzatti and Sullivan, we listen, we help. Back here at the Giants Center, 6 unanswered points out of that last time out by Harrisburg, and they lead at 47-41 to 2:57 to go. Let's head back over to Grace Grill. Grace?
Dwan Lee is on the sideline still coaching his team because he knows better. We talked about this. Lower Dauphin is always in it. You can never count them out. And so he made a few adjustments on defense because the Lower Dauphin defense is just what is messing them up right now. On the Lower Dauphin side, he said, look, I need a sense of urgency from you.
Well, the sense of urgency came from the Harrisburg defense out of the timeout there again, Todd.
They got what they wanted. They trapped the ball. Lower Dolphins floor balance is a little bit off, and it causes a turnover. Harrisburg getting the ball back. And I'm telling you right now in your offense, go right there to 23 because she has just, well, maybe a better pass than that.
How about the takeaway here? Foul underneath, tipped out of bounds by Friedrich.
I know Frederick comes up. She's coming up. That was another big play by Libby Frederick. Saving an easy bucket, to be honest with you. Let's see what Lower Dauphin does defensively and what Harrisburg does on this out-of-bounds play.
Right now, if you're Harrisburg, you can start to think a little bit about put a little clock on here.
And that's one of the little bit of the mistakes the Cougars made. They took some ill-advised shots late in that mid-Penn championship game, allowed Lower Dauphin to get a couple more possessions back.
You don't need to give up possession of the ball right now if you're Harrisburg, and they do exactly that. with a tough play. Schweiger's not going to go to the basket. Remember, and Schweiger, a good free throw shooter, gets fouled from behind by Deanna Shepard.
Yeah, she was trying to draw the foul, to be honest with you. She's probably better off going for that layup, but she'll go to the line, and she's laying on her back pretty hard. I tell you, she's taking some shots today. I mean, Amber Swaggart's a warrior, though. She's a tough, hard-nosed kid.
But there's that time and score situation. You got a 6-point lead, and you try to make a tough entry pass. You don't have to do that. You got to take it away, and now you got a team scoring on the other end here, potentially with no clock. Like that.
And Lower Dauphin can press, and they may look to put that press on Harrisburg, so you got to be very cautious of what's coming.
13 points in the game now for Schweiger, looking for number 14, and makes it here. So back to a 4-point lead for Harrisburg. Lower Dauphin coming with a trap right now. Harrisburg's getting that tweener area we talked about 3 weeks ago, where do we shoot it, do we not shoot it? That tweener area could be a tough one here at the end.
And this is where Lower Dauphin capitalized last time in the Mid-Penn Championship. They capitalized on some late mistakes by Harrisburg. You got to learn finishing games. DeJuan Lee's team came away with the finish. And I know he said to the same team, come on, girls, settle down, handle the ball. You don't have to score right now, really. Well, just within reason.
You don't need any entry pass here. All you need is nice, easy passes out. Great defense here by the Falcons, though.
Now, there's got to be somebody open because rotation-wise,
they're tracking Woodyard, and they throw it away. And Mallon on the floor, picked up there instead by Lauren Kirsch in there for Lower Dauphin, now taken by Schweiger.
Lauren Kirsch in the game for the first time for Lower Dauphin.
Huge possession, 1:39 to go. Long look, downtown, will not go. Probably not the shot you wanted right away from Pendolino. Now Woodyard, they can play the clock. Just want to play keep away right now. And timeout. DeJuan Lee takes one for Harrisburg. 47-43. Harrisburg leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Welcome back to the Giants Center here. 47-43, 124 to go. Grace Grill's been following the huddles here over the Harrisburg side. Grace, what do you have?
Coach DeJuan Lee told his team, he said, look, that Lower Dauphin trap is killing us. He goes, get out of the sidelines with the ball, and everyone needs to come towards the ball to get it from who's stuck.
There you see Micah Parsons over there today from Penn State. He's got a weird year. He started the year in Harrisburg. He ended the year in Penn State University, right? And next year he'll be playing football for him.
Right, and I've seen some video of him in terms of his weight room, and he's working so hard. He's just a presence, just an athlete. I mean, Penn State's really going to enjoy having him as a football player.
One of the top recruits in the country, in Penn State with like the 5th best or 4th best, depending on what service you look at, recruiting class. Harrisburg with the ball right now. And you're going to get a foul, push from behind. I think it's going to be on, we'll wait and see. It looks like it's going to be instead on Lauren Kirsch. That'll be her first. So for Harrisburg now, you just want to retain the basketball.
Exactly. Just, and then, eventually that foul's going to be coming. So
look out. They threw it out of bounds, or did they?
I thought it went out.
Boy, Kirsch playing some serious defense there and forces the turnover as she got it off the knee of Deanna Shepard.
Lower Dauphin getting another chance here now. This is where I believe you want your floor general make a decision who's distributing this shot here in this offensive possession. If I'm Amber Swagger, I'm going to talk about I might keep that ball in my hands for a few minutes and get the best shot that we can in our offense. 9
turnovers this half now for Harrisburg. Swagger's got it. There's where you want to keep it. Now you get Friedrich.
Yeah, there was a hold there. I think they got McCullough for a hold. Swagger's trying to come off the screen real tight, and I think they got her for a hold in New Jersey. Foul.
That foul is going to be the 4th against Harrisburg, so still no shooting foul. Need 2 more giveaways there. You can keep that in mind right now. Ball in bounds. Long look downtown. Not the shot you probably wanted there. Now Harrisburg, you're just totally playing the clock. Shepard ahead. You don't need this shot. And they're going to go to the foul line, but you didn't really need that shot. You need to bring it back out and set against the clock, as going hard to the basket here was McCullough. Great break of the press by Harrisburg.
Yeah, I mean, Lower Dauphin went to the well a little one too many times. The last two shots from 19-9 didn't fall for him.
Well, they had two people taking them really that haven't taken a lot of those shots during the course of the game, and so you kind of want to get your stars taking the shots where they should take them if you can. Here's McCullough at the line. She's pretty good. McCullough up, rolls it out. McCullough, 63% shooter. She's not scored in the second half here today, believe it or not.
Yes, it's been a bit of a quiet game for her. She had some nice plays in the first half. Defensively, she's done a great job. Let's see, she closes out on this backside rebound. Or foul shot, excuse me.
She's 5 points in the game. Big bucket here. Puts it on a long and a short possession. She'll make it. So McCullough now with 6 points in the game. Got to have either a quick deuce or a three. Two long possessions. Schweiger's stuck. Great defense by Harrisburg here. Precious 6 seconds ticking off the clock. Nothing available. Look at this.
This defense is amazing.
Oh, they really are. They're stuck right now. 34 seconds. Now Malina gets one from downtown. Will not go. Rebound by Woodyard. Fouled from behind. Harrisburg's going to have the ball. Boy, give credit to the Cougars. They played defense like you were taking their homes from them that time.
I mean, there is not an easy shot anywhere, and then what this does is it's forcing Lower Dolphins to get unbalanced because they've got to press themselves to do things. See, they score out of offensive sets. They struggle creating a shot for themselves, and that's what Harrisburg has capitalized in either the Mid-Penn Championship game and this game, is that Lower Dolphins struggles creating a shot.
Brandon, so you put it in the hands of Brandon, or you put it in the hands of Woodyard right now?
Either or, I think, right here. I mean, but Brandon, she knows it's 1-on-1. She knows she's got to close out from this foul line and take it home for the Cougars.
So at the line is Brandon. Brandon with 20 points in the game, 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. She missed her last 2 there. Why do I have a feeling down the stretch, throughout the record book here, she'll make them like that? 21 points for Brandon. Don't forget, we have our Giant postgame show coming up. We'll feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. We'll be just picking out the Hoffman Ford player of the game, and I think we might have an idea who that is. As Brandon's second one up, and cries right over the top. 22 points now for Dejanay Brandon. Schweiger loses it. Schweiger throws it back up, and now Harrisburg coming home with a gold medal. 19 seconds to go, a 7-point lead. And I'll tell you what, the Cougars' defense, we heard about Lower Dauphin's defense, it's really good. Nobody has scored over 40 points the last 19 games against Lower Dauphin. Here's 50 points on the board right now. Harrisburg putting the grinder down here in the fourth quarter.
That defense has set up that offense, and it has literally been about the defense.
Here's Woodyard. The other half of that great tan today.
And I know Lower Dolphins going, how does this happen again? But, you know, I mean, you're playing a good defensive team in the Harrisburg Cougars.
How about 16 points for Woodyard today? What an outstanding game she's had. 17 seconds to go. Schweiger kicks it corner. Long look downtown, buried. Nice job of getting over there to the freshman Katie Weigel, who buries her second three of the game. She's got 6, so 12 seconds to go. 6-point lead. Bob Heiser calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, you got to get a nice quick turnover here if you can, you know, off here.
You know, if you're looking over at the other side right now, and you're Dwan Lee, there are no passes that go in the backcourt direction. They go in this end. They go toward the other end. Even if it gets thrown away, you got a team that's turning around. That's 2-3 seconds right there. You want to make sure that you're just not giving it up down here for an easy layup or a foul.
Yeah, you want a long pass towards your end. Down here, you can afford to catch. Now, it's 12 seconds. Now, when you're a coach with a lead, 12 seconds seems like it's 3 minutes.
That's exactly
when you're Lower
right.
Dolphins, seems like a second. But you can catch the ball on your backside of the court when you're Harrisburg taking it out. And you can hold that ball. You can hold that ball for 2 to 3 seconds. You can run some clock. And then if you had to make a forced pass, a long pass, then you want to go in your backcourt. You just don't need to catch quick and make a quick pass. That's what kids do. They panic too much. I've told my guys, hold it for 2.5. Have that inner clock in your head and know right here. So hold 1, 2, 3. Let it set. Now you're good.
That's it. You're done now. Yeah, now timeout for Dwan Lee again. He's still not going to. His team was running off seconds there. I think he might want to get his second string in here and have him at least experience a moment. I'm not sure.
That might be it. Just trying to getting some players on the floor. That's exactly what he wanted to do. That's why he called it.
Yep, 8.2 seconds to go here in this one. And Harrisburg is coming home with a gold medal. Their second gold medal now. Is there a third one in it for the season? You don't know.
I mean, I tell you what, you always think about that division that they're in, the Commonwealth. And, you can't – Cumberland Valley was a little bit young this year. They're not always going to be young. East is always very solid. Respect to the Cougars. That was a nice sweatshirt, wasn't it? That's exactly what they've done here.
In case someone's not at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they play defense like you're taking their homes away. Been really impressed here with defense of both these teams today. You're going to get a push, I think, from behind. Yeah.
But, again, back to that Commonwealth division for Harrisburg. I mean, East is always going to be solid. You got Central Dauphin Girls is solid. They're in the state playoffs. And in Cumberland Valley, you hold them off. That Jaycock girls are coming. There's two more Jaycock girls coming.
It's hard to believe.
So, it's.
I saw John Jaycott the other week. We were scouting the game, and I said, "How are your girls doing?" He said, "Which ones?" This guy's got like frequent flyer miles, and that's it. Harrisburg Cougars, the women, have won the District 3 5A championship with this big rematch win over a feisty Lower Dauphin team, 52-46. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back for our giant post-game show, the awarding of the medals, our Capital Region Insurance Agency Player of the Game, and our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game next. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambobbo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambobbo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambobbo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambobbo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambobbo.com.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance, too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces a player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power, and the ball rolling off the one hand developing more control and overall shot balance.
The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Welcome back to our giant post-game show, and got the ceremony going on in the background with our medals right now, giving Lower Dauphin the runners-up medals. And you see Bob Heiser. Big moments of appreciation here, Todd.
It is. I mean, what a hard-fought game. I mean, Lower Dauphin had opportunities, but, they come away. And listen, there's other teams that probably would love to come away with a medal and be in a medal game. So it is hard to take what you call the consolation prize or the runner-up prize, but Lower Dauphin has nothing to be ashamed about. And here's what's up. You got to let this pain that hurts a little bit go away in another day or two, because you got a state playoffs coming up, and they're going to make a deep run in the state playoffs.
I don't think they'll have any problem with that. Bob Heiser, the guy who knows how to regroup in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
2 silver medals this year to Harrisburg, and now the Harrisburg Cougars get their medals. Here we go.
Presenting the medals, beginning with...
What a year it's been for them.
There you see Deanna Shepard getting hers.
A lot of pride in that Harrisburg team. Dewan Lee this year, Mid-Penn Championship. Done a great job as a coach. Wonderful family, the Lee family. I know his parents, and they're just good people. And you know, his son played at Bishop McDevitt this year in the district championship. They come by Dewan Lee. He's only a sophomore. They had a good year. Hats off to that team, too. They get in the district championship at Bishop McDevitt.
So Maya Woodward there a moment ago, who had 15, 16 points here today.
Alea Cowan. Dejanay Brennan. Jared Singleton Bree. And Ray Antuman. Assistant coaches.
There you see Brandon down there. Dejanay Brandon, who's so key this afternoon with 22 points.
Kevin Dixon. Jasmine Poole. Sandra Proctor. Keisha King. Ismael Finley.
Dwan Lee's going to feel like he's doing a workout here with these. So many assistant coaches. Dwan Lee, the head coach, what a great job he's done. They'll move to 23-3 now. They move into the state playoffs, and 24-2 or 3 on the other side for Lower Dauphin. And now the big piece of hardware. Here it comes.
Jody Harris representing Everton Bank. She's a banking officer with Everton, and she will now present the 2018 District 3 Everton Bank 5-year-old championship trophy, the Cougars of Harrisburg High.
So we have now had 11 district champions crowned this year, and the Cougars the latest. The girls taking the trophy back home to Harrisburg, and Harrisburg Pride will be glowing brightly there tonight with gold. Todd, a lot of fun doing this game here this afternoon.
Oh, it was a hard-fought game. It was a great game to have. I mean, we got a rematch of the Mid-Penn Championship, and it was very similar, but it's hard-fought. Great defense today.
Well, let's find out what Chad Edwards has cooked up for us for our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. And here it is. Well, there you had maybe the hustle play of the game, but you see Brandon gets it knocked away twice and says, I'm going to get this done. She's the kind of gal that, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
And that's what had happened. She stayed with that play, and that was a crucial play because the game was really tight there. She stayed with that, put that layup in, and that helped prevail the win.
Well, how about our Hoffman Ford player of the game, Grace? Not really a lot of suspense on this one. It comes from Harrisburg, 22 points for Dejanay Brandon. Here she is.
And she was just dominant all night long, and she's had a great season. And tonight was going to be no different from her. Her team needed her to show up, and she did. Getting buckets down low.
Talked about the offensive glass. There she was in the offensive glass after the miss. Big bucket along the baseline with a scoop.
And Woodyard did a great job feeding her all night long.
Had her for 4 steals. And then just kind of cruising on in. Dejanay Brandon, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. A reminder to the fans out there that you can watch this game in its entirety on HSSLiveTV.com. And coming up after the break, it'll be the boys' Class 6A championship game between the Reading Red Knights, the Chambersburg Trojans. And right after these brief messages, I'm going to be talking with Jack D'Ambalva. He'll join us here at the table, and we'll be talking to him about all that he's doing to support high school sports. But the final score here, 52-46. The Cougars do it again over the Falcons, and another great game. Thanks to Chad Edwards and the whole Invicta crew. Thanks also to Grace Grill, who did a great job on the sidelines today. Todd McCall, who also does a wonderful job. To Charlie Fortney for his analysis today. To Jim Gallagher for his stats. And to you for watching. I'm Gary Sutton. For all of our crew here at Invicta Sports, it's been a great afternoon. And you've been watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. We got the 6A boys game coming up next, right after this.
Nah, never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
One in 3 kids has tried alcohol by the time they're age 8. Make sure your child doesn't become the one. Don't let him fall under the influence of a peer who could steer him in the wrong direction. Talk with your kids about alcohol. The earlier, the better. Learn more at knowwhenknowhow.org. A message from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Down in my neck of the woods, we're fellow Yorkers down there, right, John?
That's right. Great to see you again.
Great to have you in. And, you know, one of the things we want to talk about, you've got a company there in York, but, you know, one of the great things you're known for is giving back to the community, especially with high school sports, and you've just been doing a great job up for all the years. Talk a little bit about the motivation behind that, John.
Well, it's pretty simple. You know, I was born and raised in York. Our employees live in York. Our customers are in York in that community, and if it wasn't for all of those, we wouldn't be in business. So we love to give back and support all the people that support us.
One of the things people talk about are the online sales right now, and the car business is changing a little bit too, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, the internet's pretty much changed everything, and the car business is no exception. So it's certainly expanded our footprint, you know, just outside of our primary market.
You know, you've been a supporter all year long, I know, of some of the York County schools and some of the great schools that were up here, like Central York, Northeastern York Catholic. I mean, they all had great seasons here, and a lot of them are still playing out there right now. So you're well known to them. I know I see some of the scoreboards around, too, with the Giambalvo name on there as well.
Well, as a Central alumni, I have to support it. And I have a daughter that graduated from Central, a freshman son who's at Central, and a senior son at York Catholic. So I'm spread out a little bit everywhere. So
you get a chance to see a little bit of everything out there, right?
That's right.
You know, talk about where you go in the future with this, because I know your influence is far and wide, and you guys are always going to be out there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we love supporting. We do a lot of things in the community, but we definitely love supporting youth. You know, unfortunately, you hear a lot of the bad things on the news, and we're just happy to be involved in acknowledging and promoting one of the many great things youth do today. And these kids are obviously great athletes, but they're great students and generally great kids, so glad to support them.
You know, you made a great point there, because I think so many times in the world today we hear a lot of negativity. There's a lot of positive going on out here, and you can see it in these young kids here playing these 2 games this afternoon, and, of course, all throughout the playoffs. And, you know, the sportsmanship, the coaching, there's a lot of really good things happening, and we need to celebrate that as well as we do observing some of the negativity.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a great atmosphere. Congratulations to all these teams making it this far, and this is just one of many great things youth are doing for us today.
Well, we want to thank you so much for sponsoring our season. Looking forward to seeing you during football season coming up.
Yeah, looking forward to some football.
There you go. I know you like football an awful lot, but Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships, great name in the York area, great name in the area, period. And, John, thank you so much for your sponsorship this season. Really appreciate all that you're giving back to the community.
Our pleasure. Thanks a lot, Gary.
Thank you, my friend.
Yep.
Great talking to you. John Giambalvo, Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We'll take a break. We'll be back as we get ready for the boys' 6A championship, the final of 12 championships here in District 3 on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled?
it's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way. Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over 20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
Center as we are getting ready for our second one of 2 here today, and glad to be bringing you this game here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27 as our first one out of the way here today with the girls 5A championship. And now we get ready here for the boys championship, and we've got, of course, Reading, who wasn't in this one last year, Todd. A lot of people expected to be here with Lonnie Walker. They didn't show up for this one, but they certainly showed up for the state championship, and they are the defending 6A state champions here. So
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over 20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the recycling center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The recycling center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
One of the key moves I teach young players is the drop step. It's important to establish position first with both feet in the neutral position. Allow players to choose either pivot foot, depending on the defense's position. Once you secure the ball, using a power dribble, drop step toward the basket with 2 hands to seal the defender. This will help a young player finish with great balance. The drop step is just one move a young player will learn in my post class.
It is Chambersburg 20-4 going up against Reading 24-4 here this afternoon. The defending state champions, both trying to become District 3 6A champions here. Welcome to High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Our game this afternoon being brought to you by a premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Gary Sutton with you here. Todd McCall, Chad Edwards, our whole and Vicar crew. Grace Grill is going to be on the sidelines here. And we got a good one coming up here this afternoon, Todd McCall.
It's going to be a great one. Now Reading High coming in. One of the things I felt that they were impressive to get into the finals was they won. They from the foul line, they were 15 of 16, 10 of 11 down the stretch against in a semifinal win over Manheim Township. That's very effective foul shooting. That's how you win championships. And that Chambersburg team, a lot of height and a lot of physical ability today.
This Trojans team has lost 4 games this year by a total of 11 points. I mean, they are really battle-tested. It starts for them, really, when you look at it, with Joel Torres. He is an outstanding inside player.
Well, he's 6'6", and right now I'm looking at this lineup, and I'm thinking for Reading High, I mean, they're going to have to really front him and backside help him. I mean, Torres has got to be stopped. If not, Chambersburg comes away with the victory due to the fact that I feel like they'll feed that ball to him 20, 30 times today.
Anybody that thought that the Black Knights were all done when Mr. Walker went south were dearly wrong. Reading's been up there all year long. They played an outstanding schedule, and it starts with their guards. Their quick guards are unbelievable. Xavier Starks out there is going to be a guy we're going to be watching today with number 2.
Yeah, I love Wesley Butler and Xavier Starks. Xavier Starks, the tricky thing about him is he's a left-hander, and it throws people off a little bit. He's very fit, fast, and shifty. What I like about Reading High is they can get up and down, and they've got an energy level, and they bring it with them from Reading. And I tell you what, that today has to be matched by Chambersburg at Reading High energy level.
Their losses this season have been to LaSalle out of the Philly Catholic League. Good practice for the state championships, right? Dunbar, Penn Ridge from down in Philadelphia, and their most recent loss, maybe the one that stung the most, was to Berks Catholic in the Berks County Championship, 51-46. So they're smarting a little bit from that, but they're back on the winning trail again here, and once again here in a district championship, looking for gold this afternoon.
Well, they're battle tested, and Chambersburg has played a tough schedule too in that Commonwealth. Chambersburg's played State College twice, the Carlisles, the Harrisburgs. Reading High beat State College. So this is going to be a heck of a matchup. Sean Scheffler winning the district championship with the Chambersburg Trojans 6 years ago. And I don't know, year after year, he's such a great coach. He finds a way to get his team here.
On the other side, Rick Perez just keeps on winning over at Reading. He knows how to get it done. I remember when this Reading place was back for the state championship last year. It was red and black everywhere. It was the most intimidating sight I've ever seen. And, of course, they are the defending state champions. Your officials this afternoon, Travis Sorensen, Rick Dissinger, and Gary Morichin from the Lancaster-Lebanon League. So we are ready to tip this one off here today. Chambersburg in blue and white on your left, in white, red, and black. The Black Knights of Reading High School. And it's underway, and Reading's going to control the tap right away. Inside it goes. A little dump pass back out.
Just the play already, very physical.
It's the granddaddy game of the week. 11 championships have been decided already. This will be the last one. Long look. Downtown will go off the hands of Hector Dixon.
Boy, Hector Dixon coming up big already, hitting that shot from 20 foot away.
If you're Chambersburg, you're going to have to handle the pressure from these two guards. I mean, they really get after you, Dixon and Starks.
Yeah, Scheffler, Evan Scheffler, Coach Scheffler's son's going to have to. He's going to have his hands full today with this pressure. The relentless Reading High is on your chest-to-chest defense.
Chambersburg has to take it away right away. Talk about the two quick guards. Watch this. Not going to finalize there and pulled back.
Just a little bit out of control. Xavier Starks was.
Evan Schreffler. With coach's son there with the rebound. Inside it goes to Torres. Good help from the backside, though, from Reading. Which Starks is everywhere.
Reading High wastes no time getting the ball off the floor. They're standing a little bit offensively, though.
A little jump shot from the outside, buries it. Nice look from Wesley Butler.
I mean, I think it's safe to say there's a confidence level in the eye of the Red Knights. Wouldn't you, Gary? I mean, you know, when you play at a state championship, coming to district championship, you know it's winning time on the big arena.
Both these teams had a chance to play on this court the other night, and that's one of the nice things having this court in the area. 3 people around, it's going to be a walk. When you get your big guy down in low, Todd, you correct me if I'm wrong, you want him to have to do as little as possible, right, except to score, maybe take one dribble.
Exactly. One dribble, one limit to one move generally. I mean, Torres is who they're going to have to feed the ball to. The ball has got to go into 31 if you're a Trojan fan. You know that.
Inside it goes. 3 players down around the post. Coder was looking for a move. Coder off him. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go over to Chambersburg.
Hector Dixon knows you got to limit the turnovers against good teams, and he was frustrated by that. He left his feet, and he kind of, once you leave your feet, you commit. There's not much you can do.
You talk about the Trojans. Only one team has reached the 60s all year long. 2 have reached the 50s, and everybody else in the 40s. I mean, that talks about tough defense.
And to get here, the teams they had to beat, Harrisburg, Hempfield, they had to beat some solid teams to get here. But when you're playing at 6A, you know that.
Second to State College this year. State College got dumped by Reading. It's the only loss of the season they had. Good patience by Chambersburg. Looking for the three. Not going to go. Smartly batted back outside off the hands of Collier.
Seth Pross hit a couple big threes for Chambersburg the other night.
Long look. Not going to go again. Torres keeps him alive. Torres grabs it. Look at Torres with the move. Amidst three people, Torres up. Strong, will not go. Gets it again. Torres back up and gets fouled. Boy, talking about stick-to-itiveness, there it is with Torres.
He's every bit of what you call a legit big man, Joel Torres. I mean, he physically said, I will not, I can't, I got to come away with the bucket here. And I knew he felt that team pressure on that. My goodness, relentless is a great way to describe Torres.
Watch this. You see Torres going back up. Big guy, quick off his feet. Misses the first one, gets another one, goes back up again. So I'm staying with it. So Torres at the line for his first effort of the afternoon. A little short in the first one for the big man.
He has a lot of left-hand guide hand on that ball, and it throws it off a little weird on that foul shot.
Well, have that left hand just kind of be staying there stationary like you're holding the camera.
And watch it, see if he does it again. He just puts a little extra guide hand on there.
That one froze a little bit. Let's talk about freezing that left hand and shooting up through it.
Tyron Williams is going to give him a little bit of a spell, give Torres a spell.
Reading gets the ball down the floor so fast. And you're going to get apparently stepping on the line on the far side. So 5-1. Reading leads it. I saw Rick Dissinger running over there, one of the reffing crew here in the near bottom of your screen. One of the best in Lancaster County. He's been there for a long time. He was reffing when I was coaching. That was 31 years ago.
They're going to get Dixon with Hector Dixon with the foul.
So Hector Dixon with one. Starks with one so far. Two for Reading. None so far for Chambersburg. Oh, and a good block and a foul called.
I tell you what, I mean, Coulter, that looked like a good block.
I thought Coulter went up pretty nicely that time, but the official must have got him with a body down low. So at the line, the other big man, Tyler Collier, the 6'8 forward, a freshman, or a junior. They'd probably like to be a freshman, right?
Yeah, I mean, have him back. I know Chambersburg would love to have him back a couple more times. That's the difference. The Chambersburg size today is an advantage, but the quickness of Reading High, they're going to try to offset that size.
Second shot is up and good. So 2 for 2 for Tyler Collier. 5-3, Reading leads it.
Reading has a great idea. They get the ball off the foul shot off of the secondary break and look for opportunities even coming off the foul line. They're going to push the ball at you at every opportunity they get.
Where the three guards really make them go. There's a look for the baseline. Not going to go. Another look outside. Will not go again. Tracked down by Schreffler.
You might remember 6 years ago when the Chambersburg team upset the Harrisburg team. They're going to have that same kind of solid play today to beat this good Reading High team.
You know, one of the greatest things you can do is have your son be your point guard, because you talk about being the extension of you. There's a little extra that you don't get often as the walk is called against Chambersburg.
Turnovers, limiting turnovers in big games. Both coaches will talk about that. We'll see how that comes into play in this game.
4 turnovers so far in 4 minutes for Chambersburg. This game has all the makings of a real grinder game. Does like a tractor pull.
It does. They're going to walk, a little extra shuffle.
So Starks gets called for the walk on the other end. So turnovers exchanged. As into the game for Reading will come Bobby Heath, number 5, and also Larry Wingo, number 11. But I'll tell you what, you look at these 10 guys out there and all the guys coming in. Tough kids from tough towns. You know, Chambersburg and Reading, good hard collar, blue collar, hard work
no
places.
Doubt about it.
You love it. And the throwaway there from Schreffler. Wingo trying to track it down. Actually, probably got away with a double.
I think he
double
got
dribble.
Barry Wingo got by with a double dribble for sure. And a walk there, I think.
Wingo kicks it back out. You got a wide open 3. Can't go. And I think you're going to see the big guy going over the back here, Collier. Should have a foul called on him.
Yeah, Collier definitely just trying to keep his hand on and get the ball. That's definitely a foul over the back. They're going to bring Torres back up off the bench.
At the end of the first quarter, we'll be checking in with Grace. She's going to be talking with Stan Lumpkin and also Joel Torres, AAU coach perspective. So we'll be doing that. Bobby Heath with a throw up. Not going to go there.
Well, he kind of forced that shot right there, and Chambersburg comes away with good defense and good rebound.
Schreffler with another rebound. I mean, he's a guard. He's yanking down rebounds right and left here. Oh, not the shot that you wanted to see there, but put back by Torres. Torres in the book for 2. He's got 3 points. 5-5.
Yeah, Torres is going to slide in there. They gave him a little bit of spell, gave him a little breather. He looked like he was a little winded early. Sean Scheffler went to the bench and brought him back. Tied 5 up.
Tell you what, the big guys inside for Chambersburg are making a difference right now as to what Reading can do.
Exactly. I tell you, and they limit Reading's shots, too.
I mean, look at that. I mean, you're going to get a foul called here. Torres is going to take it, though. And there's what we're talking about.
Look at the big guy coming up and taking a charge. Got to do everything to win a game. Got to do everything to win a game.
He gets like an extra star this week for that, doesn't he? The big guy hitting the deck, huh?
I would agree.
4 turnovers for Reading.
Token man-to-man pressure by Reading High. Just enough to make Scheffler work in the backcourt to get it up. And that's part of this defensive plan. Just double coming. They run and jumping, and it worked.
Little run and jump. The old North Carolina run and jump there as Wingo came flying up, and right away Scheffler just had a moment of indecision.
And run and jump's kind of hard to teach to a kid. You just got to know when to attack. You want to wait for that guard to make that spin move normally to attack. But Ringo put it on at the perfect time, and it made him Scheffler shuffle his feet.
Got Terrell Williams now in there for the Trojans. Keep on sending big bodies in there that can lean on and get some leverage. There's a walk again. A lot of mistakes here in the opening quarter.
Gary, I know you see this too from the coaching standpoint. Here's what's happening. Players are moving without the thought first, the split second, because they are quick, but it is obvious these are walks, and nerves do get the best of you. I know that. You got to relax a little bit in your offensive possession.
Oh, and another throwaway. Picked off by Lopez Mercedes. Long look downtown. Will it go? No. Wingo gets the rebound. He gets double teamed. Probably hacked. Wingo kicks it back out. Baseline. Well, there's nothing available inside so far, except finally someone worms their way through, and his name is Wesley Butler.
And that's what Wesley Butler does for this Reading High team. He's a slasher cutter. He finds a bucket when he needs it, plays good defense.
I have not seen a team play the ball and slide sideways as well as Reading is right now.
They're incredible with on-ball defense.
I mean, they do not let you penetrate. It's a tough shot right there. Isn't going to go down as one of the prettiest ones ever, but Cade Brindle finds a way to get it home.
When he put that shot up, I thought, wait a minute, I don't know what he's doing here. I mean, that doesn't look like a very good shot, but it went in.
Well, there's no place for style points up on the board, I guess.
That's right.
Schreffler gets it out quickly. There's Brindle again with the ball. Let's see if he pulls up one more time. Brindle gets handcuffed. Might have gotten fouled. Official says no. Reading's off and running. And you're going to get fouled on the other end.
Here's what, if you decide to make this an up-and-down game, if you're Chambersburg, Reading will beat you in that up-and-down war game. That's what they want to happen. If I was Chambersburg, maybe looking to relieve this pressure a little bit and seeing if another guard can bring it up and give Scheffler a spell.
Foul called against Schreffler as the shot is up and good from Bobby Heath for Reading. A lot of bodies in and out of the game right now so far. As Noah Beidel is in there now for Chambersburg. Seth Krause in as well. Second shot up and good from Bobby Heath. So he's got 2. All 9 points scored, but 3 guards so far, as predicted for Reading.
Exactly. And that's where you're going to see a lot of their scoring coming from for the scar play. The guards will really get after it. Look at this defense.
I'm just telling you, this is big-time defense. Long look downtown. The big guy, Torres, says, I can do it downtown too, coach.
Well, the other night he hit a top of the key jumper, and he said, Joel Torres, it's not a shot he normally takes. He said, I tried one, I hit it. Now he feels hot, comes in the arena, hits another big shot.
Lurking in the heart of every forward is a guard.
Oh, yes.
Look at this move. Not going to go off the hands of Bobby Heath. And Heath takes it away. Heath back at it again. Heath is not going to get it. Tapped around. And that's the end of the first quarter. 10-9. Chambersburg leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC. 27 back after this.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently, we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Let's head over to Grace Grill right now. He's got Stan
I'm here with
Lumpkin.
Stan Lumpkin, and there aren't many players on that Chambersburg bench that you haven't coached, but one in particular, Joel Torres. Just saw him hit a 3, and he's the big man. Talk about his game.
Hey, Joel, he has very soft hands, very good footwork, and it's just amazing to watch him have 7 of Chambersburg's 10 points right here in the first quarter. I mean, the kid could do it all, get up and down the court. And just saw just a minute ago, just hit a 3 from long range, so he could just about do it all.
Well, we've seen a lot more from him in this game, I feel like. Gary, back to you.
Thanks so much, Grace. And Stan Lumpkin over there. He's seen a few players over the years, hasn't he, in the AAU. 10-9 as we get ready to go to quarter number 2. Todd McCall, this has been kind of an interesting game. Lots of mistakes so far, but you can also blame the defense for that. A lot of really good defense, especially Reading.
Right. Reading High forces turnovers. But Chambersburg settled down a bit, and they're handling the pressure, if you want to call it that.
So Chambersburg's got the basketball here to start quarter number 2. 10-9 is the lead. 9 rebounds to 4 for Chambersburg in the first quarter. So the inside play is really starting to show up here, Todd.
Yeah. And that's what it had. I mean, if you're Chambersburg, you have to get that ball inside. That shot right there at 19-9 is just not what your game plan should be at this point.
Chambersburg only 1 out of 5 from the three-point line so far. 10-9, Chambersburg leads as we start quarter number 2.
Both teams pretty well from the foul line in the first half, 3 for 4 and 2 for 2.
You know, Chambersburg almost plays like a little bit of that pack line kind of Virginia defense where you're playing at the 16-foot line. You're not really pressuring the ball as much, but, man, you are letting nothing happen in the lane.
And I like that defense, especially here in the Giants Center. But I feel like you can settle for letting them, until Reading High hits one of them out there, you're going to give them that 20-foot shot. Because I tell you what, with those big towers inside for Chambersburg, they're going to get the rebound.
It really plays their strength. Now, on the other side, you play the Reading strength. They're up in the lanes. They're daring you to try to go by them with the basketball. I mean, they are so tough. And there's some offensive glass there, and a foul's going to be called against Chambersburg. Looks like the foul's going to be marked up against Coda Heckman.
First half rebounds in favor of Chambersburg 9, Reading 4. Here's the big key factor. I feel like Reading High was 2 for 10 from the 2-point. They're not finishing, Gary. And these are layups that they're missing.
Yeah. But again, the presence of those bodies on the inside there with Torres, and you're looking at the other big guy there as well with Collier. So, I mean, those guys are really, and even the guys that are bringing in have some leverage as far as some width. So Coulter up and good with both of them. Daniel Coulter, 4 out of 4 from the free throw line from Reading so far, and they're putting the heat on in the backcourt. You know, with Reading, it's nothing fancy. I mean, they give you a little bit of that run and jump, but they just say, we're going to play you tough at every position.
Yeah, they're relentless at getting after the ball here.
And there's another walk. Walk called this time against Tyrell Williams. So, tough move there. Lots of turnovers in this one thus far.
And I believe the team can settle down a bit. This is a quarter where you're looking to see if you can pull away in some way, shape, or form. But settling down offensively is what Reading High needs to do.
Look at that! Look at the defense inside here. There is just nowhere to go.
It's just a big blue wall.
And then just say until you can hit an outside shot, that defense is going to get like a vice. It's going to get tighter and tighter.
Oh yeah. You've got to free it up by hitting something like that because I'm telling you, you're not going to get to the basket easy with Chambersburg.
I love how both coaches here, Coach Schreffler and Coach Perez, are using their assets to play defense the way they probably should play it.
Battle-tested teams playing playing tough schedules is the reason that they're here in the gold championship game. Both these teams is because they have been tested all year.
What do they say? Defense travels well. The ball belongs to Chambersburg here. Tell you what, you better have a purpose with dribbling the basketball against Reading, because they are not going to let you dribble very long without putting some heat on. Look at this.
And I mean, some of those are reaches. I mean, when you look at Wesley Butler come in, they're probably foul calls that aren't being called.
But you know, in the boys 6A game, you're going to let more of that go.
Yeah.
It's a more physical style of game.
And like you talked about in the last game, you mentioned that, you have to adjust the way the referees are allowing the game to play. So, if you're a point guard, you're probably going to have to use that arm, your left arm. If you're a right-hander, you're probably going to have to just shield that ball a little bit on that reach, because if they're going to let them play it, they're going to get in there and get the ball from you once in a while.
That's a great point. I mean, you're going to ward people off a little bit. Long look, downtown, will not go. Rebound yanked down by Coulter. There's Wingo.
Both teams playing good defense.
Oh,
Both teams are settled down that way.
They're really locked in. The defense is the story of this game.
It is.
Coulter with a good head and shoulders fake, and Coulter kicks it in nicely. Daniel Coulter, 4 points.
The difference there is Coulter got a defender, Collier, to leave his feet. When you leave your feet against a quick guy like that, he's going to go around you, and that's what happened.
Take it away. Lopez Mercedes up, and he gets called for the walk. I always think when a big guy stops, there's a chance, about 50-50, maybe even more, you're going to have a mistake, and that's what happened there instead of just kind of finishing it off. Turnover department so far, Reading with 6, Chambersburg with 11.
11 turnovers. That's going to be something that Coach Scheffler is probably going to talk about. Reading High holding on to the 13-10 lead here.
And a lot of those turnovers right now are really unforced. And you get a foul called on the offensive end. And I think that's going to be against number 14, Cade Brindle. It'll be his first. Team 5th against Chambersburg. So with the basketball now, Reading, they've got a 3-point lead. Jack Giambalvo Family Dealerships halftime report coming up with our Highmark halftime stats, our Pizza Hut halftime highlights. And of course, Grace Grill will have a nice talk with Julie Walker from the Peyton Walker Foundation about a very important cause. You don't want to miss that interview.
It's going to be very important, staying on your feet right now for Chambersburg. Reading High does a nice job with the head fake, ball fake. And if they do that, they get you off your feet. They're going to, man, I tell you, their steps are fast. First step is quick, like especially start.
And that pull up right there and rattles it down. Nice job by Wesley Butler again. And Butler buries the deuce. To wait to see. The official wasn't real clear on that for a moment. 4:16 to go here in the first half, and you can feel Reading kind of starting to eke this out a little bit.
Yeah, they've 15-10 lead here, 5-point lead. And 5 points seems a lot in a tight, contested game when defense is doing so well, such a struggle to score.
Look at Lopez. Check that, Torres, rather, way downtown again. And I'm not too sure that Coach Scheffler wanted that shot. We're going to get a timeout call here by Reading. We'll take one as well. 15-10. Reading leads with 3:52 to go here in the first half. On High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Fans, Mr. PA and Miss PA nominations started March 1st. Charlie Forty, the director of Mr. PA and Miss PA selection, is excited to see who will be crowned this year 5 boys and 5 girls will earn the final selection with the media, fans, and coaches, all representing 1/3 of the final vote. Go to pabball.com. Come to see past winners. Let's check in with Grace Grill, who was over in the Reading huddle. Grace, what do you have?
Gary, the energy coming from this Reading bench is just unmatched. The coaches celebrate every single bucket, no matter how big or little. And coaches just said, look, we need to keep that energy up because Chambersburg can't hang with it.
I'll tell you what, the energy on defense, Todd McCall from Reading, is just unbelievable. It's up in your face. On the other side, Chambersburg, with that kind of, as we said, that little pack line kind of defense, they're letting nothing go inside.
Yeah, there's not an easy shot on the floor on any possession for both teams right now. Chambersburg, if I was Chambersburg, I wouldn't be settling for 19-9. They're 1 for 7 right now from the three-point range. They got to get the ball inside the big 31, Torres.
Yeah, you saw what happened right there. Brindle was trying to get it into Torres, and Torres was blocked well, actually three-quartered on the left side.
I mean, Reading High's doing a good job of pinching and three-quartering him, and they're struggling getting the ball to Torres right now. They got to find a way.
I'll tell you what, Rick Perez can teach some defense on the basketball.
It's a matter about will. He's telling the guys, you want to play here up to Reading High? It's about will. You got to get after it. If you play defense, you'll play.
And what Chambersburg's saying is beat us with some of those and we'll come out of it. Now, you see him foul on Schreffler. That'll be his second. You know, you watch the two different approaches to defense here, Todd, and you see the Sharks to a feeding frenzy inside the red there for Chambersburg. On the other side, it's like we're playing 5 one-on-one games with you, and we're going to be in your face on every single time you have the basketball. We're going to be up in the lane everywhere.
That's exactly what it is. And I mean, it's an effective tool defensively how Reading play, but don't Chambersburg plays tough defense. That's why they're here.
Chambersburg dares you to make the outside shot, and the more you don't make it, the tighter it comes.
And they limit you to one shot. That's the difference.
Brindle having a tough time with the pressure right now. And there's Wingo with a big shot.
Well, I tell you what, Larry Wingo off the bench. He was tough in the Manheim Township game off the bench, and now he's coming here making a big play.
Boy, Larry Wingo, big-time shot right there. That's probably the play of the game so far. Look at this. You want to be able to score when you get fouled and get pressure, and there you have it, and Brindle gets called for the foul, and that'll be his second. Wingo. The Wingo up for the second shot, not going to go. Will not get the three-point play this time as Torres with the rebound.
They were tough the other night in the semifinal game. Reading High they finished 10 of 11 from the foul line, 15 to 16 overall.
How about this, a 1-3-1 coming this time from Reading out of their man-to-man?
This might benefit Chambersburg. If you attack that gap right there that they have, you got to dribble into that gap, though. You can't be afraid to attack that gap. You're going to get things happening. If you're Torres, you don't want to sit out here on the three-point line. Find a way to get on that backside block.
Reading's so quick. They're daring you to attack. You got to hit some outside shots against that. Fight inside. Brindle's got it. Brindle has it blocked out of there. Wonderful block by Lopez Mercedes, and then Chambersburg gets it back. Inside it goes. Stolen away again. Ahead it goes. Starks. Up. In. Starks for 2. 9-point lead for Reading. Timeout on the floor. Reading leads at 19-10. We'll take a break with 1:52 to go on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 47.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently, we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
High School Sports Live is proud to partner with Mazzitti & Sullivan, a provider of substance use and mental health counseling services for teens and adults at 4 convenient locations across Central PA since 1983. Visit them at MazzittandSullivan.com or call 1-800-809-2925. Mazzitti & Sullivan, we listen, we help. Grace Grill was over in the Reading huddle during that break, or excuse me, over in the Chambersburg huddle. Grace, what do you have? So Reading Reading's in that breakaway point right now, Todd. You just kind of feel it.
All right, it was a 9-0 this quarter, that run, the 9-0 run out of Reading High in that top of that start of the second quarter.
It is another good look. Not going to go outside and grabbed by Chambersburg. Good rebound there by Schreffler. The foul is going to be called.
I didn't see who they signaled the foul on. It might have been Starks.
So the foul's against Reading. It's going to be against Coulter. And at the line is Brindle. So Brindle, first time there tonight. Brindle's first shot is up good.
Brindle took it hard to the basket. I tell you, you take the ball hard to the basket here in this game, you know you're going to get hit.
They're going to get Coulter out of there for Reading, and in for him will be Juan Mato Segura. Second shot for Brindle is up and good. So Brindle with 4 points. Stop the bleeding there. It's 19-12, though. Reading still leads it by 7. 1:02 to go here in the half. Our Jack G. and Balbo family of dealerships halftime report coming up.
And that was a very cold spell for Chambersburg, Gary. That was their first points of this quarter.
Unbelievable. And that talks about that defense we've been saying up in your face.
That's how hard it is to score, I tell you what. I mean, if you're Chambersburg, you're going to have to see if you can force some mistakes by Reading High. Get your hand out in the passing lane, see if you can get some break opportunities.
Reading playing a little time and score here right now, looking maybe for the last shot.
They're just kind of weaving it up out here out on the front side of the court.
Put it in the hands of Starks here and start to clear it out. You may go to some kind of 1-4. Game's played in stages. They're playing one of those stages right now. Ticks down. I always like to see a team go in 11 seconds, but I find that modern basketball, they can win closer to 6 or 7.
With the quickness. Reading High can do it at 5.
Oh, look at this. Wingo lets it go. Is it going to go? No. 19-12 at the half. Our Jack G. and Balbo family of dealerships halftime report coming up. Our Highmark halftime stats, Pizza Hut halftime highlights. And Grace Grill is going to be talking with Julie Walker from the Peyton Walker Foundation about a very important cause. Don't want to miss that interview here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the worldwide wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Julie Walker from the Peyton Walker Foundation. Julie lost her beautiful daughter Peyton at the age of 19 to sudden cardiac arrest, and Julie has made it her mission to prevent this from happening to others. So Julie, why don't you tell us what sudden cardiac arrest is and all your efforts you're doing to prevent it?
Right, so sudden cardiac arrest often gets confused with heart attack, and it really is completely different. Sudden cardiac arrest is an electrical disruption of the heart, whereas a heart attack is typically a plumbing issue. So what happens is the heart begins to beat erratically and does not pump blood through the body. Peyton unfortunately suffered sudden cardiac arrest at the age of 19, and like you said, she had passed away. So we started the Peyton Walker Foundation to honor her memory and her legacy. She wanted to work in healthcare, so that's exactly what we're doing. We raise awareness and survival rates of sudden cardiac arrest through education, screenings, and training. So we're here all week at the District 3 Championship Games offering education on the importance of AEDs, which is a defibrillator, and that's really the only way that we can save somebody in cardiac arrest is with a defibrillator. We've donated about 50 throughout the community in the past 2 years. We donated 4 this week to District 3 schools. And we also offer free heart screenings to students, and really a heart screening is the only way to find an undetected heart issue in kids. We give kids a free EKG, and if anything else is determined or detected, we'll also give them a free echocardiogram. And our next heart screening is actually April 28th at Central Dauphin East High School, and we encourage parents to register their kids 12 to 19 to attend. We want to check all students, not just athletes. It's incredibly important that they participate in that. And in addition to those two things, we also offer free AED and CPR training. It is so important that the community knows how to react and respond in the event of a cardiac arrest emergency.
All right, and tell everyone where they can go to help out or even give to the Peyton Walker Foundation.
You can visit us on the web, PeytonWalker.org. We're also on Facebook, and that's really a better way to track our events and programs that we're offering. So find us on Facebook at Peyton Walker Foundation. And really, we work year-round to raise funds to be able to provide these services. So we really need the support of the community to be able to provide this.
And that was Julie Walker from the Peyton Walker Foundation.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance, too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
1 in 3 kids has tried alcohol by the time they're age 8. Make sure your child doesn't become the one. Don't let him fall under the influence of a peer who could steer him in the wrong direction. Talk with your kids about alcohol. The earlier, the better. Learn more at knowwhenknowhow.org. A message from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report. Let's take a look, first of all, at our Pizza Hut halftime highlights. And Todd McCall, Grace Grill here with us. And the first half, you got to say it was about defense. I mean, defense, and more defense, Todd McCall.
Well, Reading High was relentless. And they just chest-to-chest defense is what I like to call it. You see it. They got 5 guys in the paint to get after it. But there's Big Joel Torres busts outside. That's probably his second one of the year. Big 31 normally doesn't take a shot out there. So Chambersburg hit a couple, but it's really not the shot that you want. And then Wesley Butler doing all the things that he does, and that is just getting the basket. And here's Starks, the lefty, right before half. And that's where that run started by Reading High. Chambersburg could not find a way to score. They did not score their first bucket in that second half until a layup with about a minute and 40-something to go.
Grace, you got a chance to kind of go up and down through the huddles there and get a sense for what these coaches are feeling. What's the mood there in terms of the rhythm of this game so far?
All right, I'll make it really easy. Reading, a lot of energy, a lot of heat coming from that bench. Chambersburg, more on the cooler side. And Coach Schreffler was not happy after that first quarter. Coming out of that, he was like, why aren't you doing what you're good at? He goes, you're good at shooting threes, and nobody is taking those threes. Normally, you don't hear a coach really say, hey, I want that three-point bucket, but in this case, he does.
And, let's take a look, first of all, or second of all, actually, at our Highmark halftime stats as well. Let's take a look at the stats, and what's it bear out to you there, Todd, as you look at that? Look at 6 out of 18 from 2 points for Reading. They're not getting into the lane very well. 2 out of 7 for Chambersburg. Neither team shooting the three well. Grace brought that up, and there you see it.
Well, both teams, they're not finishing very well. Reading High didn't finish very well early in the first quarter. They settled down a little bit. But you know what? Turnovers, 16 to 11. That's crazy. That's 27 total turnovers in a championship game, and this is March. But when the bottom line is, this arena is hard to shoot. You're 1 of 8 and 1 of 7 from three-point range. What's that tell you? Get in the passing lanes. Create turnovers. Get easy buckets 5 foot away off the square. I mean, I stay by it here in the arena. I know it sounds crazy.
Well, the other part of the whole thing, too, is, when you have people playing defense, and you always say as a coach, when you're in championship games or when you're on the road, when you're in the districts or states, defense has to travel well, and we're certainly seeing that, Grace, right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to a defensive effort. Look, the score's 19-12. This is a Reading team that normally averages 60-some points. So this is like unthinkable for them at the first half.
Totally.
And again, both teams, we said it's going to be a grinder, tractor pull kind of game. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. 2 different styles of defense. We've talked about that, Todd. Reading up in your face, up in the lanes. On the other side, you really protect the paint if you're the Chambersburg team. We'll see which style wins out here as we get ready to start the second half. 19-12 here at the half. We're going to keep it right here. Todd, I took you inside the huddle the first half, the first game. Come here again. Tell me, Chambersburg, 1 point, they're going to come out here and try to do better in the second half.
They are really going to try to initiate. The one thing the person's not getting enough touches is Torres. They're going to talk about, hey, look, we've got to find an effective way to feed Joel the ball 5 foot away. If you're Reading High, you know what they're going to say? Keep doing what you're doing. Get in the passing lanes. Force this up-tempo game. That's where we'll win. And keep playing what you're doing. Chest-to-chest defense. It's that simple if you're a Reading High Red Knight.
The only thing Rick Perez is missing over there is maybe a set of pom-poms. Man, he's out there when his team's playing defense. You can see him licking his chops over on that side for Reading. Of course, the defending state champions, and they're playing right now like they're defending a district championship. They didn't get in here last year. Harrisburg did after they beat them, and Harrisburg went on to win. I think that still smarts a little bit. So they're coming back after unclaimed gold. Let's see who wins it out here in the second half. Third quarter starts. Reading with the basketball in the lead, 19-12. Pull up along the baseline, and then the foul on Brindle. And that's going to be the third foul against Brindle.
I know Brindle looked and said, wait a minute, did I really get him? I think he did hit him on the arm.
Saw Starks going up right away for the shot. Starks, first time to the free throw line here today. He'll get 2. So Starks cashes in.
Yeah, again, Reading High did such a good job in that Hempfield semifinal game from the foul line.
Reading 5 out of 5 so far. Make it 5 out of 6. As Starks misses the second, so a 20-12 lead, and Chambersburg, Schreffler with the basketball.
They got to find a bucket here if you're Chambersburg. Look where they went, right into the big man.
Well, you were right on that. Right to Torres, and Torres in for a deuce. He's got 8 points now.
I tell you what, he's been the bread and butter all year long. It was no secret that they got to find a way. But Reading High did so good job, just so pesky out in the passing lanes and on the guard play that they struggled getting the ball to Torres in the first half.
Foul against Dixon. That'll be his second. Team first in the second half. Torres up. Torres good. Torres with 9 points now in the basketball game, and they cut the lead to 5.
9 points, and he needs a touch again 20 times in his second half. Staying down on your feet if you're Chambersburg. Not leaving your feet on that ball fake is what you got to do defensively.
Rick Kissinger had the call, and you got a man down on the floor, and that's Dixon.
All of a sudden, the game got it's getting a little bit tighter now on the foul calls, which was surprising because early in the first quarter and early second quarter, that was allowing them to play a little bit. Now it's a little tight, and the whistle tightened up a bit.
You know, it's interesting when you watch the Reading offense because what you get is you get a lot of one-on-one play, and the other four guys stand.
Sure.
So when your turn, you go.
Yeah.
You might have just enough screening to keep a little motion going away from it, but they are very much into one-on-one trying to play and trying to isolate you. I'm not saying that as a critique. I'm just saying as the way they play. There you see Rick Perez.
Starks from deep outside. He hits it.
And Starks pretty downtown.
Now here's what happens. When Stark gets lit up, it just gets the whole team going. Now, Starks has been a bit quiet, but he has that ability right there to score in bunches.
6 points for Starks now in the game. That's his first three. We said if Reading starts to hit the three here, that brings you out of that defense a little bit more. Torres falling a little bit too in love with that three right now.
That's a shot right now. I mean, he's 1 for 3 from there.
There's another pull-up, and Reading trying to get it to go. Schreffler with another rebound.
Chambersburg has done a good job limiting Reading to one shot offensively.
Brindle, hard to the basket. Brindle up and in.
Brindle can score. He can slash.
6 points now for Brindle in the game. 23-17. Timeout, Rick Perez and Reading. They lead it by 6. We'll take a break. We'll come right back on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
Having back pain? Get a free copy of our book, Back to Normal, at Madden Point. That's MADDENPT.com/free book. Madden Physical Therapy. The results you want, the care you deserve. 23-17, and let's go over to Grace Grill right now. Grace?
Gary, I was in that Chambersburg huddle, and what they touched on was transition defense. He said, look, we've gotten 3 good looks up the floor, and that's because our bigs ran back in transition. That's what we need to do to get back in this game.
We're ready with the basketball right now, a 6-point lead. Got a little motion now for Reading. They must have heard me say they were standing around. Look what they get out of the motion. A nice easy bucket from Ricky Lopez Mercedes.
But you were right. Offensively, they started getting a little stagnant. They weren't moving. They weren't executing. And they got a nice bucket there.
Rick Lopez saw it and made a nice change during the timeout.
They're going to front Torres.
I said Rick Lopez, Rick Perez. Forgive me.
Lopez is fronting Torres. That's what Torres got to do. Come off the box to box. Make one extra dribble. It's a walk.
You're going to get a walk or you're going to get a foul call. Really take your choice. I think you probably called him for the walk.
Yeah, that was.
I'll tell you what, when that big guy leans on you, get out of town.
Man, when he spins quick, and he spins hard on you, too.
Yeah, he's got a great quickness for being a big fella. You're going to get a foul called here in the lane. Foul will be against Chambersburg. That, I believe, is going to be on Scheffler, and if so, that's his 3rd foul. So Schreffler picks up foul number 3. Reading with the basketball and an 8-point lead right now. Oh, what a strong move along the baseline that time, Todd. For Butler, he's got 8 points.
Butler is just tough. I mean, he finds his way. He doesn't try to do anything outside of the rhythm of the offense, but when he gets an opportunity, he makes it count. Butler's solid guard.
Look at that defense. Just up in your face. Good shot along the baseline. Torres with a rebound, and the big guy puts it back. 11 points for Torres in this one.
That's the difference. If Chambersburg can just get it up off the glass there a little bit, Torres can take care of misses. You got to give him an opportunity.
Oh, nice pull up along the outside and right in rhythm, and you just see Xavier Starks, second 3 of the half. He's got 9 points.
And I said if Xavier Starks starts getting hot, he scores in bunches and he does it quick, and he makes a difference just like that.
Took that right out of rhythm that time. He was going to do nothing else with it but shoot it. Here's Brindle. Brindle pulls up. Brindle has the odd-looking shot. It just goes straight up in the air. Great pass. Oh, what a pass from Starks to Bobby Heath, running the sideline, and Heath in for 2. And you see Coach Rick Perez come out and high-five with his kids. They're up by 13. We'll take a break on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
Interested in playing collegiate basketball? Looking for an opportunity to showcase your skills in front of college coaches? Team Pennsylvania, the top AAU showcase program in the area, will be holding tryouts starting February 24th, 25th weekend, and 10th and 11th boys on March 3rd. Register today at www.advancedhoops.com. 32-19, just like that, Reading up, and that defense is not getting any let up right now.
And that's what's led to this big lead, is this defense just getting after Chambersburg, and then they're finishing on the other end, Reading High is.
Strong move along the baseline, will not go for the big guy Collier.
Chambersburg's struggling just finishing right now. They're struggling finding easy buckets. I know Coach Sheffer thought that might be a foul, so he's trying to talk to the refs a little bit about that.
Looking for a pick and roll there. There's Butler. Butler along the baseline. You know, you talk about Lonnie Walker, who's been nothing short of terrific down at Miami after an injury, and has been really working his way into the lineup very, very nicely. Just saw where he just made the All-ACC academic team.
And see, and that's just, you know, you got a solid player that can play like him and do what he does.
Yep.
On the court.
Play in the classroom and play on the court. Student athlete. Good defense here by Chambersburg. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds off the hands of Collier.
This seems like just a gargantuous lead when points are at a premium here, and tough to get for Chambersburg. I mean, Reading High they can ease in their offense, and they can move the ball a little bit here. They can be patient. They can afford to be patient right now with this nice lead.
Inside it goes. Nice kick opposite. Pull up baseline. Boom. Good offensive possession that time as Daniel Coulter in for 2 more points. Coulter with a nice soft jumper. He's got 6.
I think it's safe to say they're scored in rhythm now. Their confidence level's back where it was when we started the game for Reading High. Chambersburg's got to find an answer. Now, Torres is on the bench right now, and I think they can't be there too long.
Brindle, long look outside. Boom. And Brindle finally able to bury a big one downtown. Cade Brindle, 10 points for him. So cuts the lead to 12.
They're going to get Torres back up now. They're not going to sit him too long, Coach Scheffler and his staff.
Throwing it out ahead here. They're trying to get Kai. Just threw it away that time off the hands of Tyron Williams, rather. So important to maximize your possessions right now if you're Chambersburg.
And actually, I correct that. Torres is not coming up off the bench. They came in with Tyrell Williams. Chambersburg did.
Good hard defense over the far side there by Seth Browse. 2:18 to go. 34-22. Chambersburg leads it. Excuse me, Reading leads it rather. I think everybody after Walker left last year thought, Reading might be okay. They'll be a decent team, but here they come back again this year, 24-4, and they have played one quality schedule.
Yeah, and Reading High has always done that, you know. Home of Pete Carroll, the old Princeton coach there, Stu Jackson. I mean, Reading High has had,
Donyell
Marshall. How could I forget Donyell Marshall? My goodness. Connecticut star, and played at different places, played with the Cavs, played with...
A good inside pass, but the missed layup. Back out again it comes. Going to get a long look from Browse. Browse rattles it down. Seth Krause with his first points of the night, and all of a sudden Chambersburg back to 9.
They're starting to wake up a little bit on the outside.
We're going to be checking in at the half with Grace Grill and Charlie Fortney on some perspective. A little bit more movement now from Reading. Ever since that timeout, you've seen more players moving.
Look at the balance now. They're trying to balance the floor out. They're a little more patient.
After Dixon. Just shuffled his feet there, got away with it.
He did. He actually did shuffle his feet. Crowd getting up here a little bit. Chambersburg crowd. That's a walk, I thought.
What a pass from Starks. Will not go. Rebound yanked down by Williams. Ahead it comes. Hard move to the basket, and you're going to get a foul called on the deck on Ricky Lopez Mercedes.
I tell you, Tyron Williams did a good job at least getting a shot off there. I don't know how he even got it off. I mean, his body was flaring through the air, flying through the air, whatever, and he found a way to get it off. So
well, you look at, it's interesting. You look at two different cities here. Look at the Chambersburg guys. They got some bulk on them. They got some leverage on them. They're quick. But then you got these long, lanky guys for Reading. So it's two different kinds of players.
That foul call was on the floor. I wasn't.
Yeah, no call on the shot there. Foul marked up on Lopez Mercedes, his first. Big possession here for Chambersburg, I think. Okay, the defense for Reading is just, you just can't say enough about it.
I mean, you got the ball for a split second, you got to do something with it. I mean, because they're just on you, and you. That's a walk.
You see, you can't hesitate. I mean, you got to go. Problem is, Reading's so quick because you have that moment where you try to hesitate, and then by then, as you just said rightfully, they're all over you.
They are. Now they're going to bring Torres back in, and Terrell Williams, he had 2 turnovers back to back, really. He's going to come sit down.
So a 9-point lead, 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We'll be checking in with Charlie Fortney and Grace Grill at the end of this quarter. So Wesley Butler.
They're going to play for the last shot. Ready now.
You're ticking down to 8 right now. You better go pretty soon. Here's Butler. He's going to pull up for a shot, or is he? Butler, nice little pull up. What a shot by Butler to end the third quarter and put his team up 36-25. Wesley Butler with 10 points. Before we go to the break, let's head on down to Charlie Fortney and Grace Grill. They're down in the baseline to get their perspective.
Charlie Fortney wants, look, Reading is up. Reading is up. They're putting the pressure on defensively. What's it going to take for Chambersburg to get in this?
Well, first of all, Coach Treffler, coach teams never die. They come back in these situations. 11 points is a lot, especially with Reading's pressure. But you have some good players on Chambersburg, some gritty kids. And I know in that timeout, they're going to try to make a little run here. It's up to Reading just to keep the pressure on, don't gamble, and make good decisions for them to close this out.
Gary, back to you.
Thank you so much, Grace and Charlie. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Welcome back to the Giants Center. Well, we've got 11 champions so far. Milton Hershey won the boys 5A, 69-62 over York High. Boys 4A, Berks Catholic, who beat Reading for the Berks Championship. 46-26 over Bishop McDevitt, an upstart team. Trinity won about their millionth championship in 3A, 53-43 over Kutztown. Halifax, 62-44 over Millersburg for boys 2A. And in 1A, York Country Day won 61-54 over Lancaster Country Day. We'll tell you about the girls here in just a few minutes. We're back here with the fourth quarter, and right away they go to Torres, and Torres gets fouled on the play. Torres will go to the line here for 2. For the girls, 6A Central Dauphin, another great job by Randy over there, 37-26 over Central York, good team. Harrisburg, we saw that game first today, 52-46 over Lower Dauphin. Lancaster Catholic, the only undefeated team out of the whole boys and girls bracket, 27-0. They beat Berks Catholic 58-47. Trinity girls did it also, 62-57 over York Catholic. Campbell 69-25 over Steele High. And then it was Lebanon Catholic winning about their millionth district championship, 46-36 under Patty Hauer over Linden Hall. So this, the final one of the entire weekend. So 2 free throws here for Chambersburg, narrows the lead back to 9.
Chambersburg looking to get that stop, and Reading High knows they got to be patient. Coming out of that timeout, they're talking about what they need to do. Hey, listen, nothing forced.
Better movement here by Reading now. They're getting a little bit more back cuts.
Great pass.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Wingo moves about as well without the basketball as anybody out there. He made a great pass. They got himself in position, gets the pass right back from Starks and lays it in.
Yeah, Xavier Starks sets him up. Wingo comes off the bench and gives him something. Just an added 6th man like a starter. A big spark off the bench.
There you go. Great pass underneath. And finally the finish off by the big guy, Tyler Collier. Collier's got 4 points. That's his first bucket of the afternoon, though. He had 2 free throws to go with it. Pretty good passing that time by Chambersburg.
Butler look at Butler with the ball. Butler is just amazing with the ball. I mean, he does some of the things. He knows when to pull it out of there. He knows when to take the shot, when to find his shot.
Wingo.
Butler, that's an extra step. I thought it was a walk that we call jump ball.
Jump ball, but it'll stay with Reading.
Yeah.
You know, something that occurred to me as we're watching this, Todd, I don't know if we really said this. Reading doesn't take bad shots.
They do not. It's a great point, and I have not seen too many forced shots out of Reading. Even when they've shot the ball from deeper outside, it's been in rhythm. It's been good shots.
Yeah, they'll miss shots,
right?
But they don't take bad shots.
Right there's a prime example. Wingo was inside. He could have tried to force that shot around the big, but he didn't.
A little bit of a force that time by Butler in the drive. Pull up, big bucket here. Boom! Down it goes off the hands of Noah Vidal. And Vidal with his first 3 of the day, and he pulls his team back to within 6. Chambersburg making a move. 5:51 to go in the fourth on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
And welcome back here at the Giants Center as the boys' 6A final turned into a good one here. Chambersburg fighting back, Todd McCall. They pulled it to within 6.
They have, and you know what? They've come down. They've settled down. They've settled down defensively. They hold Reading High no matter what to one shot and done. That's been Chambersburg all day. And now they're handling the pressure a little bit better here. And they've hit a couple. They went back to the well outside, and they've hit a couple big 3 balls.
4 out of 12 so far. It's keeping them in the game right now.
It's the only thing,
Chambersburg.
right? Gary, you're right. It's the only thing keeping them in the game is they're knocking down that outside shot here and there.
So now Reading with the basketball. Chambersburg down by 6. Reading protected lead. 5:48 to go in this one. Don't forget we'll have our Giant postgame show as well. Looking for the post up here. Had the guard on guard. And it's going to be Chambersburg ball. Something you see there, Todd. So many times coaches don't practice guard on guard post ups. And there you go. You get the guard down in there that time. It's a good move, but Chambersburg reacted well.
Yeah, and I might have ball faked him if I was a guard. I might have said, it's not something we do very often. Hey, listen, Chambersburg only has 3 turnovers in the second half. They have 15 overall. They've limited their turnovers. That's why they're 6 points down right now, because they're limiting the turnovers against Reading High.
Here comes the heat. Pull up again. Vidal. Can't get it go. Ball batted around. Taken down finally by Wingo.
Rare miss for Torres inside. He had a chance there, and he knew it.
Tell you what, Wingo came off the bench in the first half. He has been absolutely everywhere.
He's a steady. He's a physical player. Steady.
Wingo, they dare him to take the shot. He takes it.
That was a smart dare. Chambersburg, Chambersburg baited him into that shot, did they not?
Well, he thought about it because you saw him kind of reload on it, and then that's the worst thing you can do. After reload, you pass it. They're trying to find the big guy Torres in there.
Well, Wingo's doing a good job on him. Wingo gives up how many inches, Gary?
Oh, my goodness. How many inches and how many pounds? I mean,
but he's so physical. That's why.
Long look downtown will not go from Vidal, and the ball's going to stay with Chambersburg. I don't know if we can get our camera work down there and see Wingo battling against Torres, but I mean, I'll tell you what, it's war in there.
It has been a war, and he does so well. He's three-quartering him, really. He's fronting once in a while, but he moves quicker than Torres does around Torres's body. If that's a best
almost
explanation.
watch him. He's like twirling around him. I mean, he's bouncing off him, getting the three-quarter. There, see it there again. It's taken away that time by Lopez Mercedes, and then great move, smart move by Hector Dixon to knock it off the leg of a Chambersburg player going out of bounds.
Well, you tried to make Chambersburg on this other end. They've limited their turnovers to be at this point being down 6, but the angle that you have as a guard from the top of the elbow extended to try to make that entry pass into Torres. Torres was calling for it, but he wanted it to come down from the corner. That was a bad, just not the best move by Heckman.
Brindle back in there along with Williams now for Chambersburg as Lopez will sit down for a moment. 4:22 to go, 6-point lead. This is a huge possession. Oh, and it's taken away on the turnover. Tough pass. It stays a big possession. Coming up on 4 minutes. And another turnover. Neither team taking care of the basketball very well on those last 3 possessions.
No, and turnovers, when you're Chambersburg, turnovers leads to transition by Reading High, and then it leads to fouls because how are you going to get in front of them? They're quick, so you foul them. And it starts to play that factor.
So Brindle back out of there. Back in comes Schreffler. Reading will have the basketball. Bobby Heath controls it. 3:53 to go in this one. You might see Reading start to play a little clock here.
It's not necessarily a bad idea. Just make sure you get a good one. So offensively, you got the ball in your hand, you got the possession.
That would not be the shot I would have taken out of that, though. But follow-up is good as the big guy, Lopez Mercedes, says, I'm here. I got it covered up for you.
He does a lot of nice things, and he's
looking to trap the backcourt. Tough move, not going to go off the hands of Collier, and the ball belongs to Reading.
You know, this is just a game. This is such a game of runs, and when Reading High starts making that run, you know that lid on the basket just Chambersburg cannot find the easy ones right now, Gary.
Now with that 8-point lead, you got 3:13 to go. You could afford to get the situation you want here. You start to play the clock. Again, bad shot in that situation.
Just not needed. It's just not needed for Hector Dixon.
Dixon hasn't shot the whole game since early. And that's not the shot you want to take there.
Chambersburg might want to be patient. I was surprised. I thought maybe they might look at timeout.
Well, this one needs to go for Chambersburg, and it does. Vidal teeing it up, his second 3. Timeout on the floor. They've cut it to 5. 40-35 with 2:43 left in this one on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power, and the ball rolling off the one hand developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Welcome back to the Giants Center. Let's send her to Grace Grill. She was just over in that Chambersburg.
Ricky Perez went down to his team and he said, one team, one sound, and they repeated it back to him. He said, now more than ever, we need unity on this team and we need to get it done together.
There you see the Chambersburg faithful. They got some unity right now. Is their team fighting back here?
That was a unique, different looking kind of thing I saw there in the stands. I used to go in there in those stands a lot. I'm glad Grace Grill's on it now. I can sit down by Hugh, and Gary and watch the game from the bench now. I don't have to have the hazard pay anymore.
You embrace that, though. You love that stuff, right? You hung out with those guys.
I love chaos. What can I say?
There you go. I mean, amidst all that, you were always in there with them. Well, Reading with a basketball. Rick Dissinger coming by here, and one of the great refs over there in the Lancaster Lebanon League.
Long time.
Here you go, long time guy. And now Reading with a big possession. Let's see what Reading does with this. They got a 5-point lead. You got 2:35 to go.
As they forced the last couple possessions, Gary, they've taken shots that were just ill-advised.
Look at that. There. What a great pass underneath. Give credit to Butler as Lopez Mercedes finishes it off. He's got another big bucket, 6 points.
And if you're Chambersburg, how do you answer here? Because time's running against you here. 2:16 to play.
He's down by 7, so you need some 2s here as well. So you don't have to think about 3s yet. Brindle blocked. Lopez Mercedes. And you're going to get a walk call here, I think, or a charge.
They'll call a charge on this. Now let's go back to this last Chambersburg possession.
Now see there again, if you're playing clock, you can bring that back out there if you're Butler and start to sit on it a little bit.
Yeah, bring it back out if you're Reading High. On the other end, Chambersburg, if you're Cody Brindle, I tell you, these Reading High guards are a little quicker than what he is right now, and some of the shots he's taken is a little bit ill-advised.
Brindle comes down to get it. Back to Schreffler. So you're down, if you think about it this way, you're down 2 short possessions and a long possession right now. Brindle inside. Torres finds a way to muscle his way up through there. Torres with a tough bucket.
That's where I would go, and that was an and one, too, was no call. I mean, Torres, because he's a big guy, they can hammer him. I think it was a foul on the big guy.
13 points for the big fella.
He's earned every one of them, hadn't he, Gary?
Oh. Oh, now you're going to foul, and Brindle's going to foul on Dixon. Don't forget our Giant postgame show coming up. It'll feature our Capital Region Insurance Agency Play of the Game, our Hoppin Ford Player of the Game. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of candidates on the floor here.
There is.
My player of the game for Reading would be their defense.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's one of the reasons I was looking at a couple of these guys. Like, I liked some of the things Starks did. He hit 2 big threes in a crucial point of the game. I love what Wesley Butler's done, Reading High-wise, just defensively and just kind of being the floor general, controlling his team down.
Well, you got a timeout here as they almost got the 5 call. Rick Perez calls the timeout. We'll take one as well. It's 42-37. Reading leads at 1:10 to go in this one. For the boys, 6A championship on High School Sports Live TV and ABC 27.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Welcome back to the Giants Center here. The Reading faithful up, and they're liking where their team is right now with a 5-point lead, but 1:10 to go. Anything can happen in this one, Todd.
It is. I mean, this game, there's still plenty of time. I mean, especially with Chambersburg hitting the outside shot a little bit more here in the second half.
Reading with 1 timeout left, Chambersburg with 2. Now, Reading's in control of the situation here.
Yeah.
They start playing the clock a little bit, but all you want to do is put it in the hands of the right guys to shoot fouls.
I agree. I don't feel like you need to force anything right here. Keep the ball in your guards' hands. Keep the ball in Butler and guys like that.
You see the Reading cheerleaders. They're fired up. Tell you what, the state championship game we did last year, this place was sold out, and the black and red was everywhere you wanted to look.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Right now, Reading's going in their stall. I think you got a foul. You only got 59 seconds left.
You
can't afford. You got 3 possessions to make up. Two possessions to make up, excuse
me.
Right.
Butler's quick enough to hold it. That's the thing.
Yep. Just keep in the hands of their guards right now. There's Butler, and Butler's going to get fouled finally by Schreffler. And they're looking out there and saying, that's not the guy that I wanted to foul. His son is Schreffler, and Schreffler will be heading to the bench with 5 fouls. There you see Rick Perez. I'll tell you what, you look at the coaching staff for Reading, these guys are about as nattily attired as you'd ever want to be. There's red and black everywhere you look over there.
Oh, yeah. You know who they're rooting for. You know who they're coaching, for sure.
And then Wingo gets in the backcourt. What a game he's played.
Just very smart, as he's come in. He's the spark off that bench, and, nice player.
I've been really impressed with, the intangibles. There's a guy that could make my all player of the game kind of team. He's that kind of guy. Now, Reading the second half has been 5 out of 7 from the free throw line as Wingo step in there right now. This is his first time there. He's got 4 points in the game. His value goes far beyond the point side.
Oh, I'd agree. It's just hustle plays and things like that. He misses a free throw there, 40 seconds. Chambersburg's really going to need to push it.
Got to shoot. Got to shoot something quick here. There it is, and buries it. It's Beidel again with another three, his third three. He's pulled it to within 2. And a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. 42-40, 32 seconds to go. And just when you think Chambersburg's done, Todd McCall, they fight back again.
Well, Beidel's hit 3 big threes here in the second half, and he got a wide open look, a great pass, and a great setup. Nailed it.
I'll tell you, he's been huge the second half with 3 threes here, all in the second half so far. And so now in the timeouts, take me inside the Chambersburg huddle. What are they saying here?
Right now, I think that they're going to call. I would be saying, let's foul right away. Let's foul on the first pass in, but let's make this pass difficult. I would take the guy off the ball, the inbounder, and I would double Butler because I think that's where they want to go. But that allows you to have an extra guy on the floor to get that quick foul call because it's going to take 2 guys to foul Butler, and that's what they're telling him here. If you're Reading High, they're telling him, be strong with the ball. We really want it in our guards' hands. Listen, embrace the foul, make the foul shots, we go home. As simple as that.
Yeah, if you're Reading, you want it in the hands of Starks or Butler, maybe Dixon.
Yeah, guard play.
Yep, exactly right. So let's see what they do here to get the ball in bounds.
See if Chambersburg takes a man off the ball, if they're going to put heavy pressure on the ball. There's 2 ways of coaching to look at it. If you come off the ball, they're going to come off the ball in that way. See, they're going to double team, look at Butler's side. They know he's getting the ball.
Here they are. They're trying to get it in.
They're just making it hard, and they got a foul right away.
Oh, and almost a throwaway. Bobby Heath gets it ahead. You're going to get a bucket, easy bucket. Huge. As Lopez Mercedes gets it home. Huge pass. Brindle pulls it up. Brindle, long three. Not going to go. Picked up by Reading. Foul from behind, and 16.1 to go. You got a 2-possession lead. Wow. Big exchange there, Todd.
It was a big exchange, and I mean Chambersburg had an opportunity there.
So now you head to the line. You're Ricky Lopez Mercedes. You've not been there all day long. You've got 8 points. 2 of them pretty much puts it away. First one up, good. He's got 9. Now that makes it 2 long possessions there.
It really does.
Make that a long and a short possession. This would make it 2 long. In other words, 2 threes if he can make this one. And he does. 10 points for Ricky Lopez Mercedes. Timeout on the floor. 6-point lead for Reading. Still 16.1 seconds left. And if you're Reading right now, how are you thinking about this defensively? If you just play in shadow?
Yeah, just shadow. You don't want anything crazy. Like if you're Reading though, you can afford to give a foul. You can afford to foul in the backcourt. It's no big deal. If you don't like something, just But here's the thing. Keep a hand in their face. You know they're setting up a 3-ball somehow, some way over there. Keep a hand in their face. Nothing crazy. Don't foul them at the 3-point line. Take a chance of getting the rebound. Listen, they play such good defense on the ball. They're going to make any shot tough.
Well, the other part of it, too, is if you're shadowing coming up, you don't even worry about the two-pointer.
No.
You play the three-point
Exactly.
line, and you make them have to take a two-pointer. It's 3 possessions with a two-pointer. It's 2 possessions with a three-pointer. And so you don't even play the inside. You don't even worry about it. You get out and play that line and don't foul the outside shooter.
Right.
So now for Chambersburg, what do the numbers look like here the second half of the three-pointer? 5 out of 8. And you got to think you're thinking about Beidel here, who's been hot. 5 out of 8 this half, 1 out of 8 in the first half. Boy, they'll look back at that first half and say, if we'd have made just a few shots, guess what? And you remember Grace was in the one huddle and said, we're not making our threes. Come on, we want to shoot those. So here comes the pressure you talked about. You got to get possession right away here. Good double. Brindle, and he's going to get fouled. And there's the foul you asked for too, Todd.
Yep, so now they take the ball out of sight. So they ran off almost 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Now they got to take the ball out.
Exactly.
Worst case, you can let it in and foul again if you don't like what you see.
Yep,
and they keep taking the ball out. It just makes it that much harder for them.
It's nice you're in a situation here. You can double team, you can foul, take a few more seconds off. Get it in. Oh, and did he get into the act of shooting? No.
Got him on the floor.
So Coulter's going to get called for the foul. Smart move, though, there by Beidel, trying to earn the shot. And they said, no, got him right there first.
Yep.
Now you just took a little bit, another second off the clock, so 8.5 seconds to go. Now you're done fouling. Brindle will take the long shot. Lets it go. Brindle buries it, another 3 and a timeout. So Brindle buries the 3. That's 12 points for Brindle in the game. And it's a 3-point lead for Reading with 4.4 seconds to go. Now let's go in to Rick Perez's huddle.
Rick is going right now. Rick's going. He's looking how to get it in. He knows that last time when they got it in, they took the guy off the ball. I think they're going to use Butler. I would use Butler as a decoy. I'd roll back to the ball and get somebody that's a good foul shooter to catch it, hold on to it, get fouled, and make the 2 foul shots. It's as simple as that for them. For Chambersburg, foul immediately. You don't even want half of Mississippi come off the clock because you still have a chance if they miss those free throws. I mean, that's where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, you want to foul right away before the ball is in bounds. Yeah. Get down here and actually be in a situation where if they miss, you got 4.4 seconds, which is an eternity to get it down the floor. So we'll see what happens.
What I used to do as a player is I used to just pinch his shirt a bit on a guy, and I did it so it didn't look too physical, but I just enough to pinch his shirt that I might get a foul call on the floor when there's no time off, and sometimes that happens. So right now I'd be telling one of my guards, just sneaky-wise, hey, right when you get by closer to the ref, you see that ref coming over, just pinch his shirt as he starts to go. Not enough, though, to make it look like you're somebody forgot rotation back.
Well, there it is. Reading's going to get out of here with the win. I mean, they just got it down to 1.5 seconds. But I shouldn't say it yet because it's still a one-possession game for the moment.
Yeah, he makes one and you're okay.
But you're right. If he wanted to throw that deep, man was wide open. There you see Sean Schreffer. What a great job he's done at Chambersburg this year.
Always.
Second place in the Commonwealth to State College.
Always
4 losses this year by 11 points total. And, you know, in this game, depending on what it's going to be, it's not going to be a whole lot more than 3 or 4.
And I said to get here, they had to beat Hempfield and Harrisburg. They had to be some really good teams to get here. But so did Reading High, though.
Shot, no good. You got to get it up. Oh, you got a foul in the backcourt. Wait. You got a foul in the backcourt. I don't think we're done yet.
That was a foul. That was clearly a foul. This game really shouldn't be over.
You got a foul in the backcourt, and let's see. The officials are going to get together.
It'll be a 2-shot foul. So what you would do?
Well, the question is, was he trying to throw it a shot?
In the act of shooting.
Now you got to talk about, was it a shooting foul? I don't know if we can go back and look at that again. I think he was up in the air trying to throw it.
He was trying.
And that's a shot. So, wow. Now they're going to go over. Rick Dissinger is going to go over and make the decision of the day.
Well, called on the floor because, but he was shooting. He was in the act of shooting. That would be a 3-shot foul.
I don't know
forget about that.
If we could see it again, but he was going up in the air to throw it.
Because it's behind the 3-point line.
Wow. Now take a look at this. Now he gets the ball. Look at him. What's he doing? Is that a shot?
Wow, that's a shot, I think.
That's a shot.
He's shooting.
Again, they're going to have to interpret, was it a shot or just a pass? Now, you're standing 90 feet away from the basket. But
you know you're not going to pass when you're at 1.5 because there's no one to pass it to. You got to shoot it. They're going to call it one-on-one now.
Yep, they're going to call it one-on-one. So now you better have a play for making you got to make the first one. That's all important. If you don't make the first one, you don't get a second one anyway unless you get a rebound. Make the first. There is 0.7 on the clock. Make the first, miss the second, and get a tap in. Got to make the first. And the first isn't made, and that is it. Reading wins it. 46-43. They are the District 3 boys 6A champions. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get our breath, come back for the Giant post-game show, our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Welcome back to our Giant post-game show here. Reading wins the gold 46-43 for the boys 6A district championship. And let's check out the medal ceremonies as Reading's individual players starting to get them right now. And welcome back at our giant post-game show, and you're getting the final awards being given right now. You know, last year everybody talked about Lonnie Walker, and every time you heard about Reading, you heard about Lonnie Walker, and it wasn't that it was a one-man show, but he was the premier player.
Yeah.
But I would dare say today, when you look at this team now, this is a team where you talk about a team. I mean, they get the most out of every position that they have. I want to get you both your thoughts on that. Grace?
Well, you know, I was going to say contributors, Grace. They all contribute. Everybody knows their role. That's what I thought I saw in Reading High today. There's nobody really that wants to stand out to be, hey, I'm the superstar kind of guy.
And I touched on it coming out of that one timeout, and they said one team, one sound, and I love that. I had to highlight that because I thought that was great, especially from a sport like basketball, where it literally takes a team to accomplish what they just did.
Well, there you see him getting another piece of gold hardware for that storied Ready trophy case. They've had so many runs to championships over the years, especially here. They won their 2000th game last year, one of the most storied programs in Pennsylvania. But you talk about this team, and it really is a team, and I think it was borne out by the way they played defense tonight. Let's take a look at our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game right here as we kind of look back over their 46-43 win. Here was the play of the game. This was Wingo with maybe one of the toughest buckets of the night. I thought he did so many unmentionables coming off the bench. He gave them a spark in the first half that I thought they really needed at that point.
And he's been doing that in these district playoffs the whole time. He was a spark in the other night, and again in that Manheim win. Comes off the bench, he's really a starter. But that group of guys down there collectively won this district championship because they stayed together. Not that Chambersburg didn't. Chambersburg is a team that is very much, I would say, that is they like each other. You can see that. Both of these teams today, it was a heck of a game. It's a 3-point game, 46-43, and I liked everything I saw out there. There's a lot of effort on both sides.
Well, he really did, and I thought Chambersburg 5 lost this year by a total of 14 points. Yeah. I mean, just think about that. It's 14 points. Ridiculous number. Let's take a look at our, and again, we could have picked a lot of people out on this, Hoffman Ford player of the game, and we decided on the guy who wears number 3 white. His name is Mr. Butler. And, man, did he come to play here this afternoon. He had 10 points, but he did an awful lot. Let's take a look at his game.
Wesley Butler controls the ball. There's little pull-up jumpers I thought were very effective in the first half, keeping them Reading High with the lead. I like the baseline move. He found a way to find an opening, and when he found the opening, he made you count. But what he did, he had 10 points, but he probably had 11 assists. The kid got the ball and distributed it in the areas that he needed to tonight.
Well, let's run down our district championships for you because there were a bunch of them, 12 of them this week, and all week long up here. They just did a great job with this. But the boys 6A, of course, Reading beating Chambersburg 46-43. Milton Hershey, we saw them this season, winning 69-62 over a York High team that we also saw against Northeastern. Lost to Northeastern, came back and beat them twice to get into the final. A lot of people didn't expect to see them there. In the boys 4A, Berks Catholic 46-26 over a really good resurgent Bishop McDevitt team. Talk about the job that was done over there. 3A, Trinity, 53-43. Larry Kostelak with yet another district championship. You got Halifax, 62-44 over Millersburg in the 2A. And in 1A, York Country Day winning 61-54 over Lancaster Country Day. In girls 6A, Central Dauphin. Randy Gamberlungi doing it again. 37-26 over Central York in a great game. Harrisburg did it here today, 52-46 in the 5A over Lower Dauphin. Another fantastic game we did. Lancaster Catholic, the only undefeated team coming out of District 3 now in girls or boys, 58-47 over Berks Catholic. Trinity girls did it too, 62-57 in girls 3A. And 2A, Camp Hill 69-25 over Steelton, another championship for them back-to-back. And Lebanon Catholic, 46-36. Patty Howard just keeps on going, and this was over Linden Hall. And there were your championships for the weekend.
Well, I'm impressed with, there's kind of like rewards I'd like to give out. That McDevitt team, they lost to a great Berks Catholic team boys-wise. They were 11-11 coming in. Their sophomores are young. Mike Gaffey did a heck of a great job over there. And I'm also impressed with the Mid-Penn. 5 champions from the Mid-Penn Conference. So, and look at the Commonwealth of girls. You got Harrisburg, Central Dauphin, and we just, we just had Lower Dauphin in district championships, so there was a lot of teams that didn't win that were mid-pen teams.
One thing I'll add from tonight, going back to this game, is that I talked to Ricky Lopez earlier this week, and I was kind of throwing numbers at him. And I said, what do you think about this? He goes, ma'am, I don't look at numbers. I said, really, when you get to this game, it's all about who is better that night. And I was like, oh, you don't look at numbers? And I'll eat that comment.
There you go. Well, it's been so great working with both of you all season long. Grace Grill doing the sidelines. Todd McCall just doing a great job in color analyst. We had Jim Gallagher doing our stats. Of course, Chad Edwards and our wonderful crew from Invicta giving you the pictures all season long. We've really enjoyed it. Thank you to Charlie Fortney for all of his help throughout the course of the year. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks so much, guys. Great working with you.
Gary.
Well, I'll tell you what. The championships are done now. We head to season number 3, the state championships, and who knows? Somebody might be walking out here with gold from District 3. Thank you so much for joining us here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Again, your 6A champion, the defending state champions, and they start to go out to defend that state championship next. Reading High, they win it 46-43 over an outstanding Chambersburg team all here this afternoon. For Invicta, for High School Sports Live, I'm Gary Sutton. Have a great day, everyone.
Real serious out there. I know a lot of guys, a lot of your boys are out there dying. It ain't no joke.